The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey.
Why?
Let's go!
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for. Ah! The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers, you pig! Stop! Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life.
We walk out! We walk out! Sports! 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 Sports!
Hello, beautiful people. We are live from the middle of a blizzard in Iowa City. Outside it's snowing, but inside the field house it is hot as hell. Sports. It is deafening in this place.
Very loud.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
This is the first time we've done this program inside of a gymnasium. This is the first time we've had the opportunity to come celebrate women's college basketball, and there's no better place than right here in beautiful Iowa City. Now, I will say we did not expect a blizzard to drop on our faces out of nowhere. It has arrived in the University of Iowa here within the last 2 hours. Did that stop these beautiful Iowans from coming out and saying,
Hell no! Come on!
Absolutely not. We're lucky to be here. Today will be a celebration not only of the women's basketball team that represents this beautiful university, but also a celebration of March Madness as a whole and everything that is good with collegiate sports. I'm not going to be here alone today. No, I'm very lucky to be gathered around a great crew. First of all, one half of the Hammer Cowboys, Tone Diggs is here. Everybody tell him. The Toxic Table is here. At Boston Connor, rocking an American horse.
Yeah, that's good heat, baby. Good heat. Good heat. That's why Holy Cross is going to win.
Oh, geez, a little bit early for that.
Just saying.
First 4 minutes. And next to him is a man from Waterloo, Iowa. A graduate of the University of Iowa. Ladies and gentlemen, Ty Schmidt.
Thank you. Night's over.
Ty, we had no idea what to expect coming out here. You said you couldn't wait to breathe the air of Iowa once again. And as soon as we landed this morning, you were able to breathe the air, and there was about, 6 to 7 inches of snow on the ground already. But as soon as we got onto campus, you could feel it. This is a magical place. Thank you for introducing us to this beautiful place, and thank you for being an Iowan and representing these people on our show every single day.
Hell yeah. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks for everyone showing up. This is awesome. It's been maybe like 10 years since I've been back to Iowa City. So yeah, I was very, very excited to get back here. Driving in, we saw a Buick on the highway do a full spin out on the other side, go right into the median. I was thinking for a second, hey, there's a chance we're not even going to get here. But I mean, you mentioned it. Once you set foot in Iowa City, I had all these memories flood back to me, and we're here for a special reason. But boy, I'll tell you what, everyone showing up, it's awesome, but goddamn, it's good to be back in Iowa City.
Hell yeah.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Now, Ty, we have an open chair here.
Yep.
I don't know if you know that. There's going to be a man.
My chair's sliding down.
Hey.
About a minute. Yeah.
You're getting Siciliano.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is an issue.
You're getting rap sheeted Siciliano'd here. It's not great, especially with how high Tone Diggs is.
I was going to say, should we go lower? Probably.
As a teammate. But you're not the only Iowan that's going to be having a microphone in front of them today. Ladies and gentlemen, guest hosting for the first 2 hours of the show, at least today. He has another gig in another city. There's no way he makes it out of Iowa City, though, with this storm.
Not a chance.
So let's assume he'll be there and here the whole time. He's a Super Bowl champion.
What?
He's a former teammate of mine.
What?
He's finished an Ironman in his first ever attempt at a triathlon.
Okay. What?
He's handsome.
What?
Smart.
What?
He's got bananas for fingers.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, Dallas Clark is here.
What is going on?
Dallas, you're like 50 years old now. I'm very happy that the people recognize your greatness. I was lucky to be your teammate, and I would like to let everybody know here that my first real introduction to Iowans was when I got to the NFL, and I got a chance to be a teammate with this guy. You're talking about classy, athletic,
What?
freak show,
What?
great teammate,
What?
incredibly intelligent.
What?
And genuinely one of the nicest humans I've ever met. Thank you so much for stopping by here, Dad.
Hey, and I told you that you have a very great following in this great state. And guys, way to show up. Way to go.
Yeah.
Come on. Snow ain't gonna stop us.
It was a lot of snow.
A lot of snow.
There was a lot of snow, and I will
Too
say I was in Dallas's car on the way over here to the field house, and
You might have skidded through an intersection. Don't worry about that.
almost died. Right outside, did not expect it. Almost went into a car.
Are you here? Are you here?
Am I breathing?
I mean, we can talk about what coulda, shoulda, but it didn't. You're here.
So what's the chant? It's I. I like the chant. I love the chant. I love what we're doing. Probably going to hear it a lot today and over the next few weeks as Caitlin Clark gets her last opportunity at a national championship run. In the third hour, it'll turn into something of a pep rally here in this field house on this beautiful campus. Also, head coach of the women's basketball team,
Lisa Bluder,
will be stopping by here to chit-chat. We cannot wait to see her. There has been a couple other requests that we have sent out to the women's basketball team. Shout out, good chair change in the middle of the show. There's been a couple other requests that we have sent out to the women's basketball team.
Yep.
They got denied.
Shoot.
We know, well, that's why. Because how good she is at shooting. She is so locked in and focused. She said, I don't have time to be doing any shows. I need to win a national championship for this team, for this school, for this state. So the coach is coming over, nobody else, and we embark on a journey tomorrow that is going to lead us to hanging a banner on this campus of being national champions.
Hell yeah.
So as we chit-chat about that, March Madness has begun. Just yesterday, all the games tipped off, and there's already been some insanity as Dallas Clark puts on some sweet aviators and looks cooler than anybody I've ever seen in my entire life. Dallas, you look so cool.
Jeez.
You look so cool right now. Did you get a chance to see the March Madness yesterday? Some big ones. Duquesne gets a massive win over BYU.
Go Dukes.
Hey, I had BYU go a little too far in my bracket.
You son of a bitch.
That's because we like the Mormons. We do. The Duquesne Dukes, though, had LeBron James supplying them an entire NIL. And then last night, March Madness really got wild as the Oakland Golden Grizzlies.
Boom. Yep, nailed it.
Oakland bracket buster
Knocks out Coach Calipari and the University of Kentucky Wildcats. If you watch that game, there was a White who was shooting threes at a rapid rate, hit 10-plus threes for the 5th time in the history of the tournament. Jack Gohlke.
Bingo.
He'll be joining us in about 5 minutes or so live from FaceTime. What a night for him as this Oakland team wins their first ever or second ever tournament game. And this is what March Madness is all about. This is why whenever the women tip off tomorrow here in Iowa, and there's multiple games here, but as these Hawkeyes go, everybody that goes to school at this Oakland school that is not in California.
Nope, different Oakland.
It is in Michigan, which we all knew that before last night's game.
Yeah, sure. Everyone
we all knew that
Everyone
team
knew.
existed.
Yeah.
There's hope across an entire campus that legacies can change forever. Oakland thinks they can go win a national championship right now. Your Iowa Hawkeyes think they can go win a national championship right now. It is a beautiful time. And every year we're reminded of why March Madness is great. And last night, as I was watching this team, and Jack Gohlke at the end of his interview, he says, we're not a Cinderella.
Right.
It's like, you certainly are, but I love that March Madness brings us this every single year. It's a beautiful time of year, Ty.
Yeah, and you see a bunch of coaches now saying, like, hey, we need to get rid of the mid-major, automatic bids because stuff like this keeps happening. But, I mean, he mentioned it. All it takes is one night where a guy goes out there and shoots 50% from three, shoots 23s. Like, this is all these small schools moments, which, again, with Iowa is why maybe you're a little bit concerned. I mean, I'm not, but some people might be because this stuff is bound to happen.
Are we concerned about Iowa tomorrow?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I would be.
They're 40-point favorites. They're 40-point favorites, give or
40?
take. Yeah, so,
Usually after 36, they just say,
Yeah, exactly.
there's no spread.
But I mean, like, you see what happens. Kentucky, a lot of people had them either in the national championship. Reese came on the show and basically said, like, hey, this is one of Coach Cal's teams that can make a deep run because they're so good offensively. They have all these five-star recruits. But that's what happens. You take a team like Oakland lightly, and you got a guy like Jack Gohlke come in who just absolutely flames the nets, and now you're going home, and Oakland keeps dancing.
Yeah, I love that Oakland keeps dancing because Oakland is dangerous. We're not talking about the city in California. We're talking about this Oakland basketball team. Because this Jack Gohlke guy allegedly came off the bench.
Yep. Yeah.
So he's allegedly not their best player, even though I don't think anybody in the tournament can shoot as well as him unless Keisei Tominaga
Might be one guy.
out of the Nebraska Cornhuskers gets absolutely hot.
Look out.
You don't like Keisei Tominaga?
I told you.
They don't get it. They don't get it. We're singing a different tune later.
I got this one. You said the N-word, Nebraska.
Whoa! Dallas!
Yeah.
That is not the N-word.
You don't say that.
You don't say Nebraska?
You don't.
Let a Nebraskan know.
I stopped by.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what it is here.
That's
Sorry, guys.
what
I'm
it is
sorry.
here, I guess.
Sorry.
What about Minnesota? I thought we hated Minnesota.
I thought that was the one.
They hate Iowa.
Yeah, because they have a chant that goes, "Who hates Iowa? We hate Iowa." That's Minnesota.
That's Minnesota. That's okay. They can have theirs.
Nebraska's who we hate here?
What about Iowa State?
Brock Purdy took the NFL by storm.
Brees Hall.
What?
So
Hey,
good.
Can't remember this.
What's Brock's record against the Hawkeyes?
All right, let's move along.
Okay, just ask.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now is a man who won for 32 points last night, the most amount of points ever scored against a Coach Calipari team in March Madness. Although Coach Calipari, shout out to Mitt, even though Coach Calipari's record as of late in the tournament has not been as fantastic, he has been a man who has had a lot of success. This dude beat him up worse than anybody in the history of Calipari-led teams. Ladies and gentlemen, lights out shooter. People were calling him the male Caitlin Clark.
Wow. Yep.
Jack Gohlke! Jack, I just put some heat on you here, just comparing you to Caitlin Clark, because obviously nobody is Caitlin Clark. But what you did last night, brother, we were all in awe, gobsmacked by what your team was doing. And afterwards, you chit-chatted and said, we're not a Cinderella. Feels like you guys knew what was going to happen last night. Is that accurate? And why is that the case, Jack?
Yeah. First off, shout out to my guy Blake Landman, one of my teammates. He watches you religiously. So shout out to him. But
Shout
yeah,
out.
He didn't make 10 threes last night, though.
Yeah, so
Move on, Jack.
yeah. Bingo.
we just went into it with that mentality of we belong here, because we know all the work we put in all season, and we know the stage, anything can happen. I mean, you guys have seen it in every year in March, some crazy things happen, and we're just trying to make it to April.
At what point did that hoop look bigger? than maybe other nights? Or is that every night for you and we're just now getting a chance to witness this?
I mean, sometimes it goes in, sometimes it doesn't. But honestly, I'm always doing that, putting up those type of shots. My coaches instill a bunch of confidence in me, and that's how I got to go out there and play.
Okay, so we learned about you 5 years at Hillsdale, I believe, which is D2. You transfer into Oakland. Oakland obviously has a great history of winning that particular conference, getting into the tournament. Big win for the coach, though. Feels like you guys got a lot of love for your coach. He's been there how long? How long has he been there holding it down?
40 years.
Jeez. My God.
Yeah.
Hey, people in Iowa.
Yeah. I can respect that.
Yeah, that got a big pop out of Iowa.
Barrett's has been here for 40 years, too.
Yeah, I mean, once his son starts coaching the offense and they can't get first downs anymore, I think that'll be...
Hey, they don't like him either. They get it. They get it.
Jack, that's college football thing. I apologize. We're in front of people. I'm going to get distracted. Okay, unlike you. So you came in off the bench, and... is that your normal role for those of us that don't maybe know? And is that how your team normally plays? Are we just feeding Jack, letting him do his thing? And then at the end of the game, down the stretch when you got to make shots, and everybody would expect Kentucky to be the team that in the big moments or when contested shots come late, they're going to be the ones that are going to make it. You guys are making mid-range jumpers with two hands in your face. You were coming off screens, shooting it with literal, like you guys made all the time. Is that your team's just a gritty team? How would you describe your team, and what should we be looking forward to going forward?
Yeah, I mean, you're right. We're just a gritty team. We've played a ton of close games this year. We played in hostile environments everywhere. And we just know that we trust in each other and we believe in each other to make those big plays. And we've done it all year, so why not do it in the next game? So I think that's just what it boils down to, is just trusting your teammates, and you know they're going to go out there and make plays for you, because it's going to be someone new every night.
Oh, okay, that's a good piece of information right there. Going to be somebody new every night, not giving away any strategy going forward, but if we're betting on games...
Yep. Ton's in next game.
Yeah, we got a chance to get bounce around. Number 11, I believe. Yep, old buddy. Tone's got a question for you.
Yeah, Jack, you put up 23s last night. Is that normal, or do we normally average 30 to 43s a game? Because I saw you've taken about 8 twos, I think, all season long. Have you ever gone inside the arc on purpose? Or is that just always the game?
I would say that's kind of just the game plan this year. I used to be a more well-rounded player. My teammates don't really believe that. But this year, that's just my role on the team, and I've just embraced it. My guys do a great job of freeing me, getting me open to get those looks. And once the defense starts overcommitting, that makes everything easier for them, so it works out pretty well.
Dallas Clark has a question for you, Jack.
Hey, Jack, it says here in the notes that you refuse to do the layup drill because it's inside the arc. So how does that work? Like, your team's doing layup drills and you're just out there shooting threes. Does that get in the way of does it distract them? Or when did you stop doing layup drills?
That's a good question. Maybe a couple years ago.
Yeah.
But
you're a badass. I love it.
When they're doing layup drills, they'll just grab it out of the net for me, so it's all right.
Get the rebound out from the bottom of the bucket. You had a quote of saying something along the lines of like, they got a bunch of NBA guys. I'm not going to go to the NBA, but I can compete with those type of players or something like that. I don't have the exact words, but it was along those lines. We were talking this morning on a plane ride in. It was like, I mean, if you're just going to go lights out from three, there's somebody that can find room for you at the next level, right? Is that, I assume you still have that on your mind, even though you kind of said that it's not the case. We're going to play professionally, and for the rest of this March Madness tournament, we're going to drop 10 threes every single game, so they're forced to at least take a shot on you. Is that the belief still, even though you're kind of super humble whenever you're giving answers about yourself?
Yeah, I appreciate that. I have the utmost confidence in myself, so I believe that I could keep getting better and I could play at any level. But I also know, I mean, the type of athletes that those guys are in the NBA and the things that they bring to the table. So, I'm just going to keep trying to get better and enjoy this run as it lasts. But once it's over, I'm going to try to make the NBA. And if something could happen, that would be awesome. But I know I could have a long pro career overseas as well.
Hell yes. We can't wait to watch it all.
Yes. Jack, Dallas, again, one more question for you.
The first one was not great. He was not happy about it. He was not proud of it. You should have seen him off camera while you were giving answers over here.
I pulled a hammy. Give me another chance, Coach. So you're in the locker room before the game, and hey, believe in each other. We got to believe. Hey, we got this, right? I mean, you guys are telling that in your 15 team coaches, players.
What?
You guys are against the world. Like you can say it. I've been in those locker rooms where you're like, yeah, we don't got a chance. Snowball. What? how did you guys believe that? I mean, you could say it, but you guys come out and you hit them in the mouth. And they respond, you hit them in the mouth. Like, where does that belief come from? Like, does it all year? Or how did it all come together last night?
Great question.
This whole thing.
That's great question. Dallas. Sorry, Jack. We're having a moment here.
This is an easy gig.
Yeah, batting 500 right now.
Yeah, it is Iceman.
I'm back.
He shot better for 3 last night than you are from
He did.
questions.
He did.
Anyways, go ahead, Jack. Sorry about that.
No, that's a terrific question, Dallas.
Jack, I'm cheering for you. Let's go, Oakland.
I mean, going into it, it's just a year-long process of when this team joined together in June. Coach Campy just brought us all together and said, if we're going to do something special, we got to believe in each other, we got to trust in each other. And we just went out here this whole season. We had ups and downs. We had some bad games, had some good games, but our locker room just has so much faith in the guy next to us that we legitimately think that we're the better team on the floor no matter who we step out there against. And I think that's why we're being successful. But it just comes down to that belief, like you said, Dallas. And we're just going to keep having that until this ride's over.
What was it like last night? They showed a shot of the locker room. You were all just kind of chilling. I don't know if you guys were exhausted or just another day at the office. Like, did you get to a hotel at least afterwards and be like, that was pretty sweet. 14 team beat a 3 team. I know we don't think that about ourselves, but that's a big March Madness moment that we'll talk about probably for at least the next 10 years. Was there a moment of that last night, and how quickly do you have to move on?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely celebrated a little bit in the locker room.
We boozing? What are we doing?
No, Shirley Temples.
Oh, okay. All right, okay. Not boozing.
No, we got a game, but yeah, I mean, we celebrate, but right now we're just trying to soak in this run, and we're just trying to make it to Dallas for the Sweet 16, man. That's the biggest thing. And once that's over, then we'll go and we'll celebrate and we'll enjoy all the history that we're making. But for now, it's really just about we want another week of practice with each other. Man, to be honest, we just love spending time with each other, love being around each other. That
is awesome to hear. And anytime you're picking a team, it's like, are they playing for each other or just alongside each other? Feels like you guys really do love each other. Bottle that thing forever. And remember, you're making history. The history only gets better, the longer you go. Yeah. Let's. Because for us, we're in sports media. Every March, we'd like to talk about the team from Oakland that went on. And on. Okay, so let's do that. Here
we go.
Ty's got a question for you.
Yeah, I want to say after about your 6-3 last night, I didn't have a choice. I was like, you know what, I got to jack my Gohlke now. But I'm just curious. What was the message at halftime? You guys are up, obviously, and I assume you knew, hey, after you make that many threes, Kentucky's going to kind of make sure that you don't kill them in the second half. What was the message from Coach, and how difficult was it getting your shot off in the second half?
Yeah, the message was just kind of start using me as a decoy and get our other guys loose, which you kind of saw with Trey T and DQ had some big shots, Rocket as well. And it's all just about using whatever happened in the first half to our advantage. So we knew they were going to chase me. They were going to send 2 guys at me off screens. And I was able to get a couple free ones in the second half, probably forced 1 or 2 that I shouldn't have taken. But, it just comes down to trusting your teammates at that point because, like I said, the amount of attention that's going to be paid to me, we're going to be playing 4-on-3, and I trust my guys to win every game doing that.
Yeah, but you had 4 hands in your face last night and made a shot. How many of those evenings have you had? Legitimately, I assume that has happened before for you because you're a lights-out shooter. But last night, it just had to feel like anything's falling. We're not allowed to roll any footage, or we will get sued. We were told. Yeah. So we were just showing pictures of what you did. There was a couple in the second half because they were probably saying we cannot let this white guy shoot all over us. But you had, it seems like obviously green light, but in your head, how many nights have you had where it's like every ball is going to fall for me?
To be honest, I thought I should have made 3 or 4 more last night.
Right.
Love it.
That's right. You were a bum last night, Jack. Why are we talking to this guy?
50%?
Yeah.
But there's nights like that, but it really just comes down to practice. I practice those exact shots every single day. So, it's not when they go in, it shouldn't be a surprise. That's just what I got to work for.
Mascot, check ball.
Herky, check ball, check ball. Herky, check ball.
Jeez Louise. No, what are you doing?
No, Herky, check ball.
Hey, asshat, pass the ball. Jeez Louise.
Don't talk to the mascot like that.
Turkey. Listening. So is it turkey?
No, Herky.
Herky jerky.
Herky.
Oh, shoot. I will. But hey, we're taking this thing. Your release is a lot different than I could have. You got that thing on, right? Is that how you've always shot? That is.
Stick to punting, Pat.
Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth, Jack. No, your release, though. I assume, how many shots are we putting up a day? Because everyone looked the exact same. Even when you were off balance, it was like so, I don't want to say consistent, but yeah, very consistent through it all. Is this, you've been lights out shooter your whole life? This is a new thing? How many shots are we shooting a day? And go to hell. I'll shoot a basketball anytime I want, Jack.
Yeah, I mean, it's taken a lot of work, a lot of reps, like you said. I've always been like the shooter on my team, but I've definitely gotten a lot better over my career. And it's probably, I'd say 600-700 shots a day during the season. You got to stay on, and maybe even more than that in the off season. It's just reps, man. That's all it comes down to, and doing those reps at game speed, because if you're just out there lollygagging around, you're not going to get any better.
Hard work pays off, brother. It all was displayed last night, and the world's talking about it. Last question here from Boston Connor, who is beloved here in Iowa.
Yeah, shout out. I love Iowa, too. Yeah, I mean, Jack, you can tell. I mean, the heat is real. You got to love it. Obviously, last night, after, you do your whole entire thing, the joke's starting to fly. This guy's going to be telling his middle school students when he's teaching science that he scored 32 points against Kentucky. Did you see any of that? And also, do you have a response to the Mr. Krabs looking ass tweet of you with boxing gloves on?
First off, about the tweet, I was in high school. I thought I was growing my Twitter presence. I thought it was a good tweet. Little did I know. Hey, it was?
Yeah, great tweet. Great tweet.
Still plays.
It doesn't matter when it goes. It went. 2024, you sent it in 2016.
Yeah.
Hey, it's good. That's a great tweet. Great tweet.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess that speaks for itself right there. And sorry, what was the first part of your question?
Honestly, the first part was just like people are making fun of you for being a middle school teacher after that. That's all.
He's
You're
being
going
an
pro.
asshole, Jack.
Yeah, I'm kind of being a prick, but I think that the Celtics should draft you in the first round. I just want to put that out there now.
I'm a massive Celtics fan.
Boom.
Anything I can do to get on the Celtics.
Boom. This guy gets it. He's got champion written all over him.
That's not what you were saying. You're saying he's a middle school teacher.
No. That's what they were saying on the internet if he wanted to react.
Who is they?
Hey,
people.
Did you get a chance to check? I mean, the internet was hot on Jack Gohlke last night.
My boys' favorite moment of this morning was when I was named Cracker of the Day.
Shout out, AB.
Congratulations.
AB's on a generational run right now.
CTE ESPN, baby.
Shout out, AB.
Hey, I don't know how much you know about our show. Obviously, your teammate does. There's a universe ball, where I just shoot it, and it tells us everything we need to know, okay? This universe ball into that hoop right over there is for whether or not Oakland's going to win national championship.
Okay.
Hey, can I play Kentucky D on you?
No, you can't be James Harden or Kentucky D.
Hey, just so you know, the three-point line is right here. This is where the normal three-point line would be.
Oh, no! This guy stinks!
Another ball.
Herky ball. Oh, money ball.
I love that Oakland team.
Money ball.
That boy, herky jerky.
Money ball. That's in. Oh! One more. Hurry up! One more shot.
Oh, no! That's for you, Gohlke. That's for you, Gohlke.
That's what we do.
Yes!
Hey, thank you so much for making time. Hold on, let me take this in. This is sweet. Hold on, Jack. I feel like Jack Gohlke.
Yeah, well, he said he couldn't
I feel like Jack Gohlke right now.
it.
That's what I feel like. Hey, good luck the rest of the way. Thank you for taking time. These people respected the hell out of what you did last night, as did the rest of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, Jack Gohlke.
Yeah,
Keep going.
Thank you, Jack.
Hey, nice shot. You. Oh, no, off the release.
Yeah.
You. You.
Enough.
Hey,
Enough about me. Enough about me. It's about Iowa.
Herky put that ball right in your chest.
Hey,
there,
that was
baby.
Herky gets the assist.
Herky's a bitch, dog.
Whoa.
Jeez Louise.
That's just me. That's just me. I'm sorry. You heard what these people did as soon as we got here.
We had some miscommunication early with Herky.
The first one.
Because I don't think Herky Jerky here knew. So what's the name? Herky?
Herky. Yeah, sweet
Herky
name.
the Hawk.
Herky
Yeah.
the Hawkeye.
That's a really good name. Is that the name of the mascot since the beginning of time here?
Oh, yeah.
No.
No?
No.
Whoa.
As long as I've been alive.
Uh-oh.
Well, yeah.
Herky, what's
As
your...
long as you've been alive.
Who's your predator?
Is Herky a male or a female? Do we know? Or
I think Hayden Fry came up with it.
who?
That's not the question, Dallas.
Hey, is it your fodder? Had a different name? Fodder's fodder? How long have we been Herky? Dallas?
It was originally John Papa John, right?
Yeah. That was
Rest in peace to John Papa John, by the way.
Probably around 50 years, I bet.
Yeah, a long time.
Oh, okay, I don't need some history lesson,
what I'm
Dallas.
saying.
You
Hey,
asked
no
for
one-
it. You
I
went
mean-
down that
Let's
trail.
talk about some other teams that did some
Jeez.
magical stuff and have players that we enjoy. NC State's got a hoss
Yeah.
playing on their team. They won 5 straight in the ACC championship tournament to earn their way into the big dance. Last night they get a massive win. This guy looks like an offensive tackle, and he is dominant. After the game, they gave him ice cream. He said, I need ice cream.
What was that about?
I don't need ice cream. I get what you're saying. I don't need it. We need to roll. Is this NC State team real? And how do we not know about this guy? Here's another guy we didn't know about.
Yeah, DJ Burns, 6'9", 275. He said, I'm built like Zach Randolph, which he pretty much is. All season long, they were kind of underwhelming, and then they won 5 in a row to win the ACC tournament, and then they dominated last night. He had 16 last night. I think they were in 11 in that game last night. So, yeah, that's another – they're one of the great runs so far going on right now.
Look at this. Hey, we got some ice cream for you, fatso.
What the hell? Washburn. What's Washburn doing?
Washburn's hair.
He's got great hair.
Always.
Great hair.
Always.
And I think they were just saying, hey, a celebratory Sunday.
Yeah.
You know, we heard – they might have heard they liked ice cream. We're not 100% sure.
Why not a Gatorade? Why not give him a Gatorade?
Yeah.
A lot of sugar in Gatorades, obviously. Sure, we want to do
Water?
that.
Maybe Gatorade
Water?
Zero.
We're drinking water.
Rehydrate?
Hydration.
Got a game
Pedialyte.
in 2 days.
Maybe a whiskey.
Wine.
Maybe a ice cold beer.
Wine.
Maybe a tequila.
Wine.
Maybe a vodka.
Wine.
Maybe any of that. But instead they went with ice cream, and everybody's saying, we get it. He's a bigger guy.
God.
Didn't even have sprinkles on it.
See, that's the problem that you have with it.
Yep.
And I appreciate and respect that. Let's pivot away from the college basketball tournament and talk a little college ball / NFL ball. The Big Ten champions, the Michigan Wolverines.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Are having their pro day today in lovely, beautiful Ann Arbor. I do not know what the weather's like there, but what we're being told is there are like 10 to 15 GMs, head coaches. I think owners are even there, because if you remember back to the Combine, the Michigan Wolverines, there was 18 of them running and working out. I think it's a record. I believe that's what that tweet says right there. Can't read it exactly with the lights and the potential elevation of my brain right now.
Sure.
Cops everywhere. Don't need to talk too open about it.
Sure.
This J.J. McCarthy kid, allegedly going to sneak into like top 10. Allegedly, a team very much loves him. 2 notably missing people from the Michigan Pro Day. Kevin O'Connell, Kwesi, the GM of the Vikings. No Vikings representation at the Pro Day. Is this bullshit? Is that them like not giving away their hand? Does that tell us that they like him more now? What do we think about J.J. McCarthy? You've seen him play. He beat Iowa in the Big Ten championship. He saw him in the Rose Bowl, saw him in the national championship. The guy's won or lost like 2 games since he started in high school. He's a winner. People might love him. What are your thoughts on him transitioning into the NFL game?
Well, I think from the end of the season to now, every team is trying to gather as much information, like what separates him, and does he have that moxie? And I think he's a guy that has a lot to prove, but he's got the track record. He's a winner, but college, pro, how does that translate? We've seen some great ones fall. We've seen some great ones rise. The Brock Purdy's of the world. Like, you know, what separates those guys?
Iowa State.
Does he have it?
Iowa State might be the separator. For you, how many years you end up in the NFL?
11.
Pretty good.
Wow.
Not bad. Not bad.
A long career.
I mean,
Old NFL.
You retired top of your game.
Yeah, still got nominated for Hall of Fame twice. Yeah. They have to. They're forced to because I have a show.
No.
It's pretty cool. But now let's get back to you, though. 11 years in the NFL. Why do some people make it? Why do some people don't? For instance, C.J. Stroud just had the greatest rookie season in the history of the NFL at a place that's supposed to be a dumpster fire.
Yeah.
Houston Texans were supposed to be dead for the next 10 years. AFC South was supposed to be the Indianapolis Colts. The Texans suck. This team can't do anything. Then C.J. Stroud shows up. What is this? D'Amico Ryan's obviously a massive piece of that. Will Anderson a piece of that. Casario, who built the roster, a piece of that. But why do you think like C.J. Stroud was able to do it? And why do so many young quarterbacks fizzle out and suck in the NFL, even though in college they were all-stars and they were the best that the world has seen?
Well, Pat, because you just said it right there. When you said C.J. Stroud, you listed a numerous people. It's a team. It's not one guy ain't going to come in. If he comes into the right situation, the right offense, the right system with the offense coordinator, they get that type of that camaraderie, that the just the vibe from each other. Then they can then they go out and do well. But it's those teams that come out and they try to make people that not comfortable with their systems, try to do something that they can't. That's when they fall short.
Now, Peyton Manning leads the NFL history books in interceptions for a rookie. He was letting that thing fly. He had an unflappable confidence. But I do think some of these young guys, if you're very good, you're going to get dropped in a terrible situation. Like potentially the number 1 overall pick with the Chicago Bears, even though it's actually the Carolina Panthers' number 1 overall pick. And it feels... Oh, we got a lot of Bear fans here.
Oh, wow.
A lot of Bear fans here.
Bear Dahn. Zito just screamed from the back. I don't know if everybody could hear that or just us.
Idiots.
But like the Bears feel like a good situation for a rookie quarterback to come in. They've invested on the defense. They've invested in the run game. They've invested in weapons. They have a new head coach whose culture is seemingly set in at the end of the year last year. They got Big Pole Poles, who's a former player making plays there. It feels like that's a very good situation for a quarterback to be set up for success. You feel the same way? Because that is a topic of discussion right now, because there has been one person who we all respect, RG3, say that Caleb should come out and say, I ain't going to Chicago. Chicago's a dump. That's literally what... Whoa! That's what RG3 said.
That's what RG3 said.
He didn't say it.
No, he didn't say that, but like it was basically like you need not go to the Bears organization because they got no chance. Do you agree with that? Like, is there some places that are just destined for failure? Can teams change like the Houston Texans did? And how do you feel about Caleb going to Chicago?
Well, I mean, I think Caleb's got a lot to prove.
Oh, you're not a believer.
You just heard him.
Uh-oh. Dallas hates him. Dallas hates him. Breaking.
Dallas Court.
He hates him.
11-year NFL veteran. Super Bowl.
Putting words in my mouth, Pat. Let me finish.
Well, that's our show.
True.
Yeah.
I'm playing along. But hey, he's got a lot to prove by going to an organization like the Bears and he's got a lot going against him. But C.J. Stroud is a great example. But what about what happened in Carolina?
Wow, that wasn't good.
We're talking about Bryce Young.
Terrible.
Great.
Yeah, the owner has fired 17 people in the last 12 months.
Lunatic.
What's the difference? I mean, no one saw that one coming.
Yeah, you're right. So what you're saying is it's all potential chance here.
It's potential
like, is Caleb Williams? Why do you think Caleb Williams potentially works or potentially doesn't work? What is it at the quarterback position where you need to work?
Well, I feel like he's got to be able to play a system that's kind of loose, let him get out, but if it's an offense coordinator that tries to control a person like that, a player like that, then I don't think they shine. I think he's got to be able to feel loose, and he's got to be able to make plays and be able to make mistakes, because that's the whole thing. Like if you're playing tight, trying not to make a mistake, that's when more careers are lost.
Did you suck early, or you were great early in the NFL?
Well, sucking great. There's a lot in between there, bud. All right.
It's one of the other.
Yes or no,
Right.
Dallas?
So he sucked.
It took me 3 years before I really felt like, okay, I got it. But it's that first, geez. I mean, it's tough. It is tough. But you have great players. I mean, dude, look at our offense. I mean, we had 4 Hall of Famers around me. They're going to make you look good, right? So just don't screw up.
But it's hard early because what? New system, new life, new everything. Adults are playing against you.
Fast, dude.
What year?
Fast.
When were you drafted?
03.
Yeah. What number?
24.
Wow. First rounder.
You've been rich a long time.
Hey, there's only 32 teams in the league, so that was.
Yeah, you've been rich a long time.
Gee.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah. You and AJ Hawk in the old CBA getting first round money.
Dude,
that's what I'm talking about.
It was a different game back then. It was a different game.
AJ Hawk is in
who
Jamaica.
would have thought a bunch of Hawkeyes would be cheering for a Buckeye?
Yeah,
it's
it is.
amazing. I mean,
Wow.
amazing.
Well, Ohio
Right?
State is also just like Iowa, behind Michigan whenever it comes to football.
And everyone else.
Right.
Toad's got something for you.
Yeah, first and foremost, J.J. McCarthy or Caleb Williams, they're no Deacon Hill. Actually, they're about half of Deacon Hill. When you take a look at
Tone.
What?
Tone.
Putting it nicely.
Come on.
But don't both those situations, the Bears and the Vikings, seem like one of the better situations that you could go to? The Vikings, obviously, with the weapons and an offensive coach that's really good. The Bears, they added a bunch of weapons. And couldn't the Vikings just not be going there because they've seen enough of J.J. McCarthy?
Yeah, or they're trying to say when we trade up, we're not looking for JJ.
Yes.
There's like so much that they could be going right now. This is lying season.
And here's the thing: it's so fun to watch these games still happen. If we want to go back a few years, 03, like when you look at your
That's a lot of years.
It's a lot of years, but your combine, and granted, not one had to be sneaky about taking a tight end, but the Colts did not reach. I went to 4 other teams on. You go to the organization before the draft. You talk to coaches, all that. Indianapolis did not show any interest on the outside, and then they take me number 1. So you'd think there'd be a little more investigating. They'd want to, know what's going on.
They knew what you were.
Well,
you're an Iowa boy.
You're
playing for Iowa.
But it's a game of poker. It's a game of poker of not showing your hand. I think you're onto something about. I think it's almost too obvious that they weren't there.
What did you weigh in at coming out of college?
Oh, 257 was my comp.
Damn.
257. Ran a 4.
4.4.
My God.
Come on. Did you really run a 4.4?
Yeah.
The internet's saying something different is what Zito.
Oh, no. Dallas. Pro Day 4.4 or Combine 4.4?
You ran 4.4, 257? Yeah. You Iowa boys are certainly different.
Built different.
I saw
Armstrong.
I mean, Bob Sanders obviously came through here back in the day. We had Mitch King on our team who played for Iowa. A.J. Eads was on our team, played for Iowa. Obviously, Pat Anger was here's Dallas Clark highlights at Iowa.
Get the clock. Get the clock.
That would be a fly 40.
That's a 4.3 right there. That's a 4.3.
Hey, you almost got caught by a white guy right there.
Look out.
I saw you almost get caught by a white guy.
He had the angle.
Yeah, I almost saw it. You were a linebacker, then became tight end, right?
Linebacker. Walked on as linebacker, buddy.
Walk on.
Look at that cowboy collar.
Walk on. Yeah, that cowboy collar is stupid. Huh?
Nice toss, y'all. I disagree.
Who's quarterback here?
That was Kyle McCann. That was my roommate.
No way! Oh.
I got tackled by one person?
That's what I'm saying. I thought that was going to be a touchdown. Dallas Clark makes the adjustment to the catch, shakes 2 tacklers, down the sideline. Ref backpedaling. Is this guy going to score? No, he's not. A corner is going to tackle him.
What a joke.
Hey,
Dallas Clark in a
can we
slot.
not get some HD highlights here?
See, this is 2002.
It's not our fault. You're old.
Yeah.
No.
That number 11.
I'm just glad you guys got color on this. I mean, I have a couple black and white games. That's
24-0.
That's touchdown.
Beating the hell out of Miami.
Why are you still in the game? What year is this for you?
That was against Roethlisberger, I think.
This is junior year. This is the last. Hey, we went.
Oh, you left early?
Dude, I left early.
This guy hates Iowa.
We were the
kidding me? Left early.
We're the only team, I think, to this day. We D1 went to Miami of Ohio. I don't think Miami of Ohio has had another Big Ten school come to their place. We went to their place, and Ben Roethlisberger put one on us. We about lost that damn game.
Well, that's what 7 does, Dallas. Okay?
Oh, good God. Relax. All right, relax.
Did you beat Ben Roethlisberger in your career?
I'm 2-0 versus Ben Roethlisberger.
Are you really?
Yeah.
I want to tell you what happened after you left the Colts.
You mean in college?
Something else.
We were playing the Pittsburgh Steelers. They were hanging up 600 yards on us. That's actual. They threw. Ben Roethlisberger threw for 500 yards on the Indianapolis Colts multiple times. Multiple times.
He was kind of a Colt killer.
He was. Absolute stud.
He was.
Jerry Jeudy and Mark Schlereth are getting into it on the internet.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Jerry Jeudy almost fought Steve Smith Sr. last year because of something that Steve Smith said about Jerry Jeudy. Mark Schlereth had some words for Jerry Jeudy whenever he was traded to the Cleveland Browns. And then the Cleveland Browns gave him a deal with $41 million guaranteed dollars.
Yep.
I assume he's very happy to be in another place, especially with how it all went in Denver. Mark Schlereth talks a bunch of shit on him on his way out of town, as Mark Schlereth does.
Yeah, that's his MO.
That is his MO. Also said the same thing to Russell Wilson. Yeah. Oh, great, a bunch of big names that did nothing for Denver except for ruin a franchise are now out of town. It's kind of Mark Schlereth's angle on this entire thing. Jerry Jeudy responded, only if your opinion matters, hating ass dude. Hashtag bag season. Y'all go give this lame ass dude some attention. Mark Schlereth obviously loves that. I can't wait to see his. Jerry Jeudy said, y'all got to stop listening to fake See that? That's how that's pronounced. Fake Hey, let's have a crowd here just to make sure we're all on the same page here. A bunch of fake
The eye throws it off.
Y'all got to stop listening to fake NFL gurus. South Florida. They don't even have access to real film. They're on YouTube watching the games. Jerry Jeudy just absolutely buried him. I'm just seeing this. Oh, that's why I'm responding. Because been on my 4 letters.
I think it's the D word.
Head. Been on my head.
Dong.
No,
I think it's dong. Could be on my dong. Hate
shit.
I don't think it's Gohlke. I don't think it's.
It could be.
I don't think it's any of that.
On my Jack?
Been on my head, hating and shit. But that's what most old heads are doing now these days, hating on young soldiers. But y'all can have them Twitter fingers. I'm standing on business.
SOB.
In real life. SOB.
SOB.
Yep.
SOB.
Okay.
SOB. SOB.
Pac-Man, hope you're hearing this, bud.
Yep.
SOB. Jerry Jeudy has been in it now publicly with 2 NFL legends. Mark Schlereth, I believe, has won 3 Super Bowls. I'm not 100% sure. Yep. Steve Smith Sr. is one of the pillars of the NFL from the early 2000s into the teens. And Jerry Jeudy doesn't give a damn.
Nope.
I like when my wide receivers have this type of moxie. I like whenever they have this type of attitude. But what Jerry Judy's going to have to do is have a great year. Because what hasn't happened in Denver, even though he is pointing out some stats that people should look at, he has not been a guy that's been considered by anybody as one of the ones in the NFL. You see Justin Jefferson come in, it's like, there's the guy.
Nasty.
There is the guy. Obviously, Stephon Diggs had the run at number 1 guy. There's been others, youngs, that have come in and absolutely dominated. He hasn't been chatted about by everybody. He has an opportunity now with Cleveland. Deshaun coming back alongside Amari and a lot of weapons. How do you feel about Jerry Jeudy? How do you feel about the wide receivers and their importance into the modern NFL, Dallas, where we're opening things up at all times?
Yeah, I think there's so many things that weren't on the scene that was happening in Denver that I think can affect a guy's game. So I think a new start, even though it's Cleveland.
It's a different Cleveland.
No, he's right. Thank you.
Yeah. Different Cleveland.
You sound like hating.
I mean, until they do something different, then it's I mean, we can do that all day. But they have, I mean, but it's great. Everyone's 0-0 right now. He should have the most confidence. He should feel great. He should feel great working out, getting better, talking, picking fights with old ass, players, whatever, Keep doing that. Do you, dude, right? But now, guess what? Come September, you better back it up.
A lot of ammo.
Yeah, a ton of ammo, but he's playing with nobody at quarterback.
Russell Wilson, that's a Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback.
I agree, but he's been absolute garbage.
You mean Hackett?
Yeah, Hackett, of course. Like, he's been through a bunch of head coaches, bunch of OCs. Like, if he does go to Cleveland and Deshaun Watson is playing like he used to.
And here's the thing, guys. That camaraderie or the sync, the quarterback, receivers, if they're not on the same page, you can't go out there and fake it. Like, it doesn't work. You can't just show up Sunday and like, okay, we'll complete. And I know everyone's thinking, oh, it's a 10-yard out route. Just make the freaking throw. Make the freaking throw. I said frickin'. I said fricking.
This guy's deal.
I said, hey,
you're out, son.
Said you went.
Yes, he did.
But I know it's hard to believe, but it ain't that easy. There's so many things that go into it. And so if there's a riff, if there's just,
Isn't it so fascinating that I got a chance to come into the offense that you guys had created? At the end of the winningest decade in NFL history, I got a chance to witness it, and I was very thankful for how hospitable you guys were. But Peyton seemingly, got along with or had the utmost respect with that. Like, The way those things and practices were being run and meetings were being run was be player to player. We got to be on the same page. Then you hear some stories about like this wide receiver and this quarterback don't get along. I have no idea how they're going to be productive at all ever. Getting along, I think, is a massive piece of success in the NFL with the wide receiver and quarterback.
Trust. It comes down to trust, and how you just kind of show up on Sunday and not. I mean, if you're a quarterback, first you should be best friends with your tight end because we'll save your ass. But after that, it's the receivers. But if you don't have that trust, if you don't go out of your way and say, hey, I got you, you got me, and know that they got each other's back because, week 11, things start getting exposed, like you need to have each other's back. And that, and you usually see about week 8, week 9 where, teams are 3-5, all of a sudden it's like, it's his fault. It's just all of a sudden the wheels start shaking and the point fingers, blame game, don't make sure the crap doesn't end up on you. It's the typical NFL type mindset. It's like, hey, at the end of the year, make sure it's not on me. It's not my fault. Not my fault. So now we're going to come true and see, okay, Jeudy, you got a great brand new start. Go do it.
Okay. Sounds like he's got some questions about Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah. Well, but you also, I understand they had Cortland Sutton, but they drafted Jeudy high in the first round, and maybe he's just not the number one guy. He's going to Cleveland. He's got a bona fide number one guy in Amari Cooper, so it's like maybe that helps a little bit too. It's not like, hey, you need to have 1,500 yards this year. You're the guy who everyone's game planning to take away. We'll see if that makes a difference. And, you got a bag either way, so I guess he doesn't care.
Let's pivot back to this beautiful field house that we were in. The women's March Madness has tipped off officially.
Okay.
Nice.
Here in the United States of America. And what we were told by Elle Duncan earlier in the week, or last week, is that earlier?
Earlier this week.
Earlier in the week. Favorites are going to win.
Yep. Yes.
That's what she says. Favorites are going to win.
Mm-hmm.
So we're looking at South Carolina.
Yep.
We're looking at the LSU Tigers.
Of course.
We're looking at the West Virginia Mountaineers.
Wide.
Kind of a mix. It's not bad.
That's not a bad pot there.
It's not. It's not.
Pretty good.
And then obviously we're talking about the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Let's go Hawks. Let's go Hawks. Let's go Hawks. Let's go Hawks.
Okay. Dallas, I'll ask you first because you've gotten a chance to live in Iowa, and I think you were there the night that she broke both the records.
Just the one. I missed the other one.
But the big one.
The big one.
The all-time leading one.
Yep.
You were in the building.
Yeah, free throw.
This Iowa girl has taken the world by storm. What has Iowa been like with her run, with her dynasty here? And can you equate what the Caitlin Clark experience has meant for Iowa, for those of us that don't live here, and for those of us that probably only watch during March or something?
Yeah. Well, I think it's very, very equivalent to what Indianapolis looked like pre-Peyton and post-Peyton. I think Iowa City women's basketball in general on the map, she literally, one person put this sport in front of a lot of sports, a lot of headlines, put it to the top. And she is the reason. And how she's handled the whole thing is unbelievable. You can't ask for a better person to just not only handle, go out, and then she has to go out and prove it every freaking night. It's unbelievable. Freaking.
Good work.
Yep.
Way to go. Way to go.
But she does it. And you're sitting there like, okay, she's got to have an off game. I think she had one off game and it still scored 21 points. Still ended up with 14 assists. So it's like, she finds a way. It's always going to be positive. It's always going to be an approach that's going to be perfection, even though you can't reach it. But it's just always going to involve her team. And that's the best thing about it. You just watch all these interviews. She's always putting her team first. Always putting her team first. When you get interviewed, it's all about you. You never put your team first, right? It's all about Pat McAfee, right? And these guys are sitting here like, what about my assist?
These guys are on ESPN.
Yeah.
To hell with them.
Yeah. And, it's all about you. But no,
bingo.
Her, no.
These guys are flying on private planes.
Yeah, right.
No,
these guys are eating at the fine.
Right. Yep.
Bull crap. They came in Southwest. They
Not
right,
true.
no planes
What?
getting
I was
into
going to
this
say, we would not have landed.
We had to talk our pilot into landing. Like, hey, we need to be on ground here in Iowa.
He had to put on his
to
gloves.
be in Iowa City.
Yeah, he put gloves on.
I had to.
Captain put gloves on his fingers.
Brought it in.
It was incredible. Like the transporter.
Real deal.
Yeah.
Real deal.
I wish we were joking.
But let's talk about Caitlin Clark, because you talked about her mentality and everything like that. For those record-breaking shots, like the one for the women's record, I think that's what it was. She pulls up from the logo. That's in the first quarter. She had gone 3 for 3. There is not a single glitch.
I mean,
it's just the whole world is watching. When Steph Curry was about to catch up to the threes record in the NBA, he caught a little cold streak because he was thinking about it.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you're about to break a record. You're about to make history. It's about to happen. He started missing shots that he never really missed. There was like a 2 to 3 game span where it was like, is he going to hit it this game? Is he going to hit it this game? Is he going to hit it this game? And then he came out and admitted, like, yeah, I was thinking about it. And then afterwards, he gets right back to it. That's the greatest shooter of all time. And if you look at this one, I mean, I know it's a free throw, foul shot. She's been doing this her whole life. There's the tire. And now to make history with an entire arena in world watching, just her, a ball, splash. It's like a perfect shot. She has no, there's no, like she's phenomenal. She's a savage.
Dude,
like
savage.
she is like way up there. The likes that, like, you know, and everybody always rattles them off. You talk about like Peyton Manning, we got to see it like mentally competitive edge-wise, like he is up there. You talk about other great, Wayne Gretzky, Michael Jordan, Serena Williams, like
Tiger.
Tom Brady, Tiger Woods. There's certain humans on this earth that in between the ears are built different than everybody else. And in those massive moments with the whole world watching where you can maybe second guess yourself, especially if you let go of that ball, I don't know, and a centimeter late, it's a brick.
Yep.
She's just unconscious, just splash, 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 as if none of it has even registered of what's happening. And it's awesome to watch. I think you're talking about like an anomaly coming up in Iowa, staying in Iowa, and then maybe winning the national championship with Iowa.
Let's go.
She's special, dude. It really is special. And you've been in Iowa. Ty has been watching for years and obviously introduced the University of Iowa to all of us on a daily basis. It's been a fun ride, I assume, following along with Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, and I think you hit the nail on the head with her being from Iowa and staying in Iowa, because most of the time, like, you know, when you're coming up, like if there's a big-time recruit or a girl who's getting a lot of steam in high school, like she's not staying in the state. She's either going to UConn or she's going to Notre Dame or she's going to one of these other big-time programs where, like, she can get put on the map a little more. She was a massive, massive recruit, you know, coming out of high school, was one of the top 5 recruits in the nation, and she chose to stay in Iowa, and she obviously has a lot of pride in the state, which is why, you know, like, I really appreciate it, you know, because she wanted to stay in Iowa, and she wanted to put Iowa on the map, and she did.
It's like Ty did, you know, he could have went to Harvard, but he said no.
Yeah. Ty got accepted to Harvard, said, I want to go to the University of Iowa.
John Papa John.
Yeah, John Papa John. I wasn't a business major, but, you know, it's a beautiful building.
Beautiful building. Great place.
They're saying Caitlin might score 50 tomorrow, Conrad.
Yeah, I know. That's why it's such a bummer. I really wanted to be her to be here today just so we could talk to her. But the fact that she isn't, just to be that more locked in, I think even feeds to who she is more because of how team, you know, focused she is and driven she is. Like, it's going to be great when she's an Indiana Fever player.
We have 50 seconds, Dallas. Just remember that as you get started.
How many
here.
seconds?
43.
All right.
42.
So here's the deal.
41.
Her not wanting to be here, or I mean, obviously she wants to be here, but
Wait, she doesn't want
Interesting way to phrase it.
wait, she doesn't.
I didn't know she didn't want to.
Interesting way to phrase it.
I didn't know that.
What's that all about?
What the hell? Is that real?
because it ain't part of her routine. And for a guy that you mentioned him, Peyton Manning, for a guy that we watched day in and day out, I mean, he wrote the same notes. He took the same amount. He watched the same type of film. He watched third down and short, fourth down, all these different parts of the game. Kaylin has a routine. Guess what? Pat McAfee ain't breaking her routine.
Yeah, I respect it. We'll see you next hour.
The following program is a collection of stooges talking informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey,
Why?
let's go!
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for. The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers,
You pink! Damn it!
be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life.
Sport!
Hello, beautiful people. And welcome back to the field house here on the University of Iowa's campus. Hour 2 of the program starts now.
Sports!
Are happening all around us. And, okay.
Like that?
I like that sign, perfectly placed. Boys, it is great to be here on the campus in which Caitlin Clark has thrown lighter fluid onto a fire that is burning in the Iowa Hawkeye. Rocket fuel for the women's basketball team to maybe go on a run and win the national championship.
Hell yeah!
It all starts tomorrow at 3 o'clock as they take on Holy Cross. We will have Coach
Lisa Bluder.
Lisa Bluder join us in the next hour. Roman Reigns will be joining us in the next.
Acknowledge him. Acknowledge him.
Our tribal chief, Those are their booing. Thank you.
Yeah. Yep.
Thank you. Let's acknowledge our tribal chief.
We get it.
Those that are booing him, he had to land his plane in his blizzard
Yeah.
in Cedar Rapids,
That's right.
What?
driving here to make it so that you all can acknowledge him.
Amen. Acknowledge him.
That seemed like a mockery there.
What was that? What was that, you son of a bitch?
Hey, what did you guys see coming from Cedar Rapids? What'd you?
Yeah, we saw a car almost go across 6 lanes
Right?
and a median.
Boom.
The weather is very bad here in Iowa. Came out of nowhere. It wasn't supposed to snow in Iowa City. Al Roker said this morning it was different parts of Iowa.
Yep.
Then all of a sudden, boom, bang, pow. Iowa City is a snow globe. But I want to let you know, this campus is buzzing. This campus is beautiful. And this campus is going to be hosting a first round of the Women's March Madness. Dallas Clark is here, one half of the Hammer. Cowboys, Taryn Diggs is here. The Toxic Table is here at Boston Connor. And
I mean, what's the deal with Iowa, huh? This place blows. The hell? I mean, what do you expect?
This guy.
Jeez Louise.
This guy.
And then at Ty Schmidt is here.
Too kind.
Ty, we have some big sports news for you to talk about. Did you know that the Nashville Predators of the NHL are... Just wait.
Just hold.
They are 14-0-2 since the team skipped and was not allowed to see U2 at the Vegas Sphere. Ty, you are maybe the most well-known critic of U2 and of the Sphere. When you speak of their performances, articles are
Written.
It will be written. It will be written.
It was written all around the globe. Ty, do you see a coincidence in the Nashville Predators having the best run they've had since they went to the Stanley Cup because they decided not to go see that show that we saw that made us go, it's a waste of money and time? What are your thoughts, Ty?
Yeah, it makes absolute sense. I don't know who was the one that, really you could argue someone did him a favor. I don't know how many guys, who knows though, internationally, maybe they got a couple Irish players on the team who were like, hey,
hockey's huge in Ireland.
Exactly. Hey, I love Bono. What a great decision, because that was without a doubt, unequivocally, maybe the worst 2 hours of entertainment I've ever experienced, ever, in my life. And we've been...
What about Iowa Hawkeye football?
Got to be up there.
I love it. I love it.
That's second and third.
I love every second of it.
It's upside down, you dipshit! Hey, dipshit! It's upside down! There you go.
Obviously, that's Tory Taylor, who I've been watching videos of, former punter of Iowa, was maybe the first Aussie. 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 Shout out to the island, dude. Shout out. Great mana.
Unbelievable.
Every Australian I've met, I've loved. Just would like to let that be known forever. Their attitudes are phenomenal. All of them are hilarious. And every Australian I've met is big and jacked.
Yeah, strong.
And Tory Taylor is massive.
Dude.
Huge.
He would
Tower.
ragdoll you.
For sure. He would, especially now.
Well,
Yes, he's taller, but he would not ragdoll me. Come on, dude.
Yeah,
Well, he's not on steroids.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, I mean, that's one and the same.
Jace.
that was a conversation at the diner this morning.
Yeah.
Great
Because I was letting Dallas know that there's some science he could potentially add to some routines that I am on.
Sure.
And then Dallas goes, please.
Hard work.
People have been calling me out for doing that since I'm in high school.
Pisses me off so much.
Yeah, so hey, I want to let you know, I appreciate your hard work. I'm taking the science to make me catch up to all your hard work. But
You'll get there.
Tory Taylor is going to become, I think, another great NFLer from the University of Iowa.
Let's go.
He is.
Go.
He's a guy that they're making signs for
yeah.
every single game because of how inept the offense was for the University of Iowa for his duration as the punter of Iowa. He's a real deal. I've been watching videos of him. I saw him at the Big Ten Championship game. I don't think he had his best night. I think that it was obviously something.
You'd
But
probably agree.
Then you start watching like film of him in his combine training where he's only doing NFL-style punting, taking short steps in. He had I think I saw a 5'7" punt or something like that. I've never done that in my life, ever in my entire life. He's a weapon, dude. They're talking early round draft pick for Tory Taylor out of the University of Iowa, and that's a beautiful thing.
I love it. Well, and what the best thing about this kid that a lot of people don't know so he got recognized in front of the team, and one of the coaches slipped me the video of it. And his first thing he said to his teammates, he's sitting in there talking about how he won the
Ray Guy
Award. Thank you.
What do you mean, whatever?
Yeah, the punter award.
You
Punter Award.
scumbag.
Sorry.
Better than the McAfee.
Hawkeye education.
So anyway, so he wins it. So he's up in front of his teammates, and the first thing he said is like, "Guys, I just didn't want to disappoint you." So I mean, that is that guy. I mean, it's not about me. It's like he just wanted to do great for his teammates, and that is a guy you want in your locker room. So whoever drafts this dude, great pick. You're gonna love him. He's incredible.
He's going to have a 10-year career that's great. When you're drafting a specialist, you know, because like a lot of specialists, whenever they get drafted early, people, mock it. That's how the Punters Are People Too movement started with Rich Eisen because Brian Anger was drafted into the Jacksonville Jaguars out of Cal in the third round, and everybody's like, hey, what a waste of a pick. Go look up the percentages of second rounders, third rounders, fourth rounders, all the way through, having a career for 10 to 15 years at a place. It doesn't happen.
Oh.
So whenever you get drafted as a specialist, you're certainly being anointed as a guy that's going to have a job. But also, if you are there for 10 to 15 years, the GM's going to view it as one of the best picks that I've ever had. It's a huge deal.
Yeah.
Tory Taylor's going to do that for somebody. And now you guys are going to have to find a new offensive weapon for the University of Iowa Hawkeye football team.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens there. I know we already have brought in another Aussie to punt.
Oh.
So, yep, another
in the pipeline.
Hey, and by the way, this dude, early reports is legit.
Yeah.
He's not
Early reports.
Already past Tory Taylor. Jeez.
He's got some work to get there, but he has a little more natural stuff that Tory obviously worked
I have a question
hard
for
to
you,
get.
Dallas.
Yeah, bud.
How come Caden Proctor said he hates this place?
Yeah. Good question. All these people. He hates all of them. Kind of respect it.
You.
Oh,
He's just a boy. He's a sweet boy.
Just a kid.
He's just a football player.
he's a boy.
Jeez.
Just a young boy.
Let him live.
He's an Iowan.
He is an Iowa.
From Iowa.
He's from Iowa.
From here.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
She made it.
Yeah.
Maybe you should donate more to the NIL.
Whoa!
Hey,
What the hell?
East Louise.
From Iowa.
I did not.
My God.
I did not start this.
here's the thing. Here,
I didn't know that was coming.
No idea.
Yeah, really?
Hey, roll
Really?
Tide.
Yeah.
Roll Tide. Me and Caden Proctor.
Stir in the pot. Just stir in the pot, Pat. Here's the thing. If he wasn't all in, obviously he wasn't. It's great to find that out in March.
Now.
Then
This is like finding out your fiance's cheating on you before the wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
Right?
like that.
Yeah.
So you don't have to give half.
Bingo. I'm happy I found this out now, instead of later, because, we have some friends that have potentially been through that, and obviously guys get bummed out, but then we immediately say to them, hey, better now.
better not.
Better not.
Better now.
Better for your life.
Better now.
And you know what? At that time, they're like, "Screw you! You don't know what you're talking about." Over time, you'll be like, "Yeah, this is we
Agreed.
are way better because of this."
Now, with that being said, he's real big, real tall, real athletic,
Real
a position
good.
you guys need.
He is, but I also, someone sent me a video actually from right in this very field house of him just getting dummied on an intramural basketball court. So I saw that and I was
Oh.
like, I don't know, did he lose a step? Has he lost a step?
I can tell that whoever did that is probably not in the crowd here.
Yeah,
today.
Definitely not. I know that guy back there's a big son of a bitch.
Yeah, you're right.
But Pat, here's the thing. Iowa football, I know you don't pay too much attention to, and
I pay too much attention to.
the hell
I think
we-
you guys want me to pay less attention
We
to
actually
it.
talk about Iowa football quite
I
a
will
bit.
let-
Dallas.
Dallas.
not by your choice.
Dallas, this is a problem with my college football existence, actually.
Yeah.
I'm on game day. Okay,
Yeah.
I get dropped in. Boom, baptized
Yeah.
into game day.
Yeah.
I got Ty around me, so we're talking about Iowa football.
Yeah.
So I watch Iowa football games, and then when they pop up
And he loves it.
on college game day, it's hard for me not to tell the truth.
Right.
This team is the worst offensive team to ever play football. They are playing a different sport. They're playing rugby.
They're not even booing.
So I have to say that because I watch these games. I don't care if you boo me. The Iowa Hawkeyes offense has wasted 3 to 4 hours of my life every Saturday alongside all of you. Okay? I'm
agree.
speaking
Love it.
for you.
I agree.
So yeah, we watch Iowa Hawkeye football. Defense is phenomenal. Badass defense. Defense is phenomenal.
You were talking about Tory Taylor. You talked about Proctor, okay? Let's talk about something that's not going to be done since Jason Sehorn walked this planet, okay?
Hey, just
He's an Iowa boy too, right?
Hey, just to let everyone know, I was reading up my text, and Coop right now is in a cold tub after his workout, watching the show. So everyone say hi to Coop.
Love you, Coop. Love you, Coop.
Hey, gonna need a good 40, Coop.
Yeah.
Need a good 40.
Allegedly set a PR yesterday.
He's
Did.
That was not a.
Not a fair catch.
bad.
That's a game winner too. That should be on his
Game winner.
resume, on
Yeah.
his highlight.
Dude, I mean, they took away like.
This one did
Watch
count.
This
Watch
one did count.
Yeah.
Watch this.
Dog. He's at the 20. He's at the 15. Nobody's counting him.
That's a game winner.
16-16 with 3 minutes left. Shocker.
And you know what's great about this kid? He has not changed from the first day he got on campus to now. He just wants to keep working, keep getting better.
He's at the 5. Pick 6, Cooper DeG.
Should have played quarterback.
Yeah, so why didn't you guys do that?
Come on,
Seriously, why?
because that's not what you do when you can't do that.
You mean Brian Ferentz is a big dumb dipshit?
That wasn't an explanation at all.
Moving on.
All right, let's move on. Have you seen Jameis Winston in Cleveland?
People love it.
Yep.
There's more interviews and more moments of Jameis in Cleveland coming out. This one, he's chit-chatting. Yep, here we go, ladies and gentlemen, more Jameis in Cleveland.
Well, it all started when I knew I was going to become a free agent, and I just got so sick and tired of great weather and beaches and music, and I said, like, what is the place?
Let me challenge myself.
Well, yeah, what is the place that I know that I can give my kids some snow, for Christmas? Like ain't
or in March.
Well, no, but honestly, no, it's truly a blessing to be a part of the Dog Pound and to be on this radio show with y'all. But I've always admired just the history of Cleveland and what it encompasses, and to be able to be a part of that now is amazing. When you see how this team rallied together after significant injuries, on both sides of the ball, and they were able to do it with 4 quarterbacks. So one, that the roster is one of the best rosters in the NFL. When you have a free agent signing that shocks the world, like Darius Smith is joining Myles Garrett. Last year I think that shocked everybody. When you have a fierce defense that know how to take the ball away and know how to stop the run, that's enticing for any quarterback. But also when you have the opportunity to impact and influence a young quarterback who you have admired from afar and have competed against, it really was a no-brainer for me, opposed to obviously looking for opportunities to start.
Sure.
But knowing the head coach here, Kevin Stefanski, is able to win with his strategies and with his amazing ability to lead a team despite what they may go through. You have to admire that.
You got to check the emphasis whenever Jameis is speaking, because that's the message he really wants to get through. Jameis going to Cleveland seems to be the perfect fit for all of us.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that he started that answer with, I was sick of real good weather, so I'm going to shitty weather. Well, what doesn't want to experience, because I don't think many states can handle it as good as Iowa, is a foot of snow out of nowhere in the middle of March.
Yeah.
But Jameis is going to experience that as a Cleveland Brown. Also, I think he's going to experience some wonderful times up there. He loves being a member of the Dog Pound, it appears.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. And he isn't an Ohio guy, but it does feel as though Jameis has a lot of Ohio guy-ness inside of him. And,
sure.
we were just talking about Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy doing his thing, Jameis doing. Are there two polar opposite free agents that are coming together in that locker room? It is going to be incredible, and you assume he's going to play because Deshaun hasn't played a full season in 15 years.
Yeah, he's your 2024 comeback player of the year.
Just like Joe Flacco. How do you feel about people winning comeback players of the year when they just maybe weren't good the year before, instead of like a player dying on the field?
Well, my favorite is classic Joe. Like he called himself out. He's just like, I don't understand why, okay, whatever. I wouldn't vote, wanted to take himself off the list, right? Because it's just, he called a spade, and that's.
Did you play with Flacco?
I did.
You lucky son of a bitch.
He's with the Colts now.
Dude, he's phenomenal. Here's my favorite Joe story. So, obviously I come from Peyton, where you have to be like on the perfect blade of grass at 10 yards, 2 yards inside the number on that 10-yard out route. Like, you have to be there, right? And I get it. It's, play the game. Do it. Get to Baltimore, and I'm like, hey Joe, on this route, where do you see me? Like, where does it matter? Like, if I get pushed beyond the numbers, man, just get open. Like, wait, what? Just get open. I'm like, yeah, but you don't care. No, just get open. I'm like, where? I didn't know this world existed. I thought every quarterback was like, want to be where you're supposed to be, and so it was wild.
That's why he can get signed in week 12.
100%.
And then get dropped into a game and be able to go win.
He can just and he's just so cool. Joe Cool just rolls out of bed, throws a 50-yard bomb, throws an interception. He's gonna have the same demeanor. I think there's clips of him might be sleeping on the sideline during a game. I don't know.
Whoa.
But it's just like he's just like.
You got 5 kids, leave alone.
That's a good call. Yeah, that's a very good call.
But he's
take a nap whenever you can get it.
Great dude, and I love that Indy got him, because not only is he just a great person, but he's going to be a guy in the locker room that is going to help the young guys. He's seen everything.
Oh, there he is.
How do you guys find this footage?
4.3 speed.
What year was this?
Hey, AJ Hawk, are you out there?
Number 87.
Hawk, are you out there? Hey, do we got the one-hander?
Yeah, this is it, isn't it?
One-hander Tud.
Look at that guy. Man.
Why'd you wear 87?
Reggie Wayne, baby. They had 44 was taken.
So they're Kelsey was your favorite player, like R-Truth.
And my next favorite player is Reggie Wayne.
They showed Joe Flacco on that, not Oh, here we go. Dallas Clark, Super Bowl champion at this point.
Yeah, that's
There's
it's 2 hands.
There's
Hawker right there.
Oh no, Hawk!
Loafing.
Hey, did he just give up?
Yeah.
Loafing.
He just give up.
AJ.
That's Ohio State right there.
loser.
AJ, that's
Hey, can we get him on? Can we FaceTime him? Like, what was he thinking there?
He's going through it.
no man.
Was that as a business decision? Did he
No,
not want
man.
this? Did he not want this?
Hey, rude boy
here's
AJ
the-
Hawk
here's
is
the
down in.
one-hander.
Ooh. What do you do with it? What do you do with it?
Oh, you just take it back to the sideline with you, bud.
What?
Act like you've been there before.
Yeah, but you got excited. I mean, we got headbutts all around.
No, yeah, just
A couple of those.
Couple attaboys.
dude, but 2 Hall of Famers, Marv and Reg. What celebration did they have? Nothing. So that's who I grew up with watching. Like that's who I was like, I want to be like those guys, and those guys just go to bed.
Oh, this ball's for you. You just said to the state of Iowa. I think I saw that.
Yep.
That was very nice of you.
I have no idea what I was doing there.
Joe Flack.
Hey, he didn't care where I was.
Oh,
No gloves.
no gloves.
No gloves.
Why'd you always do that? That was dumb, I thought.
Probably.
Yeah.
But no, it was the right thing. When I moved from linebacker, I wore gloves, and then when I went to tight end, like they're sweaty, they're shitty, they're bad. Like,
Is that why your pinky's pointing at the Atlantic Ocean?
100%.
It
Which
is.
way is the Atlantic Ocean? Truly.
That way.
No.
Due west. Due
Alaska.
east.
Yeah, due east.
East.
Turkey, which way is
East.
north?
North.
You're a
Herky,
bird.
No.
You're
Herky,
a bird.
Herky, that way's north.
You should know.
There you go. North.
Nobody knows.
Yeah. East. There you go.
That guy's looking at his phone. He knows.
Yeah.
Herky doesn't know.
Bloodline knows.
So I took the gloves off, Pat.
Bloodline front row here.
Which way's east?
That way?
Oh, so north is that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cedar Rapids, you guys came from the north. You came
Really?
that way.
See, I always point north.
We all knew. We were flying into Cedar Rapids, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Weird. Hey, Pat, when are you getting here? Oh,
I'm landing in 10 minutes.
landing.
About to be there.
Yeah, you're in Iowa City, right? No, we're in Cedar Rapids. Well, dude, you're 30 minutes away.
I did not know that.
You did not know that.
Yeah, we had a blizzard, too, to drive through. Almost saw a couple people die on the way over here. Honda Civic and a Buick in the median currently. Hey, T's and P's to them.
Yeah, good luck.
T's and P's to them.
We're doing okay.
Because they did not have their snow boots on.
No, they didn't.
They had.
Not ready.
They put the chains away for the winter.
They absolutely did. Rich McKay, who's the chairman of the competition committee, is speaking out about all the new rule proposals before the owners' meetings this weekend. Now, we will be down in Orlando, which will be nowhere near as fantastic as Iowa City.
Not even close.
No way.
No chance.
Not the weather.
We'll be in a conference room, so we will not see any people there. So that's an easy thing to say for me right there.
Sure.
But when we're down there on Tuesday, it'll be the tail end of them voting on all these new rules and whatever else they're going to imply. So we're excited to maybe get some information out of them. Obviously, a lot of players have come out against the hip drop tackle being banned as an actual rule of the NFL. So the chairman, Rich McKay, tried to get ahead of it before the vote because he saw that the narrative was potentially going very negative for this rule that they're trying to get passed. The competition committee is the ones that create this, by the way. We tried to draft it very specifically, and we were so quick to say it's hard to see all the elements. So number one thing is to get the technique out of the game. Remember, they utilize words like unweight yourself and like land below knee and all this other stuff. Every player that has ever had to tackle somebody has come out and said, this is going to be impossible. When you told us we had to get the helmet out of it, we thought it was going to be tough. This new generation has been able to do it exquisitely. The whole hip drop running next to or behind somebody on a football field, what the hell do you expect us to do? With quarterbacks, we're supposed to become as weight-free as possible on top of them. Now, we can't become unweighted while we're it's like, this sounds dumb. This sounds like we're trying to do too much, but also it is nasty whenever somebody gets rolled up on in some tackles in the NFL, Dallas.
It's nasty, and obviously you'd like to find a way to stop it, but come on, guys, like coming up with a rule, like how are you going to have the referees be able to judge? Now we're talking a judging thing. One looks bad. Like,
can you challenge it?
Can you I mean, come on.
I
Like,
hope
it's
not.
just, it is, you're we're already just barely recovering from all these rules of, head-to-head and making game. And again, safety, awesome, great things. Speaking from a guy who played in the Rodney Harrison era where,
hell yeah.
I mean, that was taught. That was just like lead with your head. So
Amen.
So the game has definitely changed. It's recovered.
Bring it back.
Ish, but this has gone to you can't.
Every player that has played in the NFL and is currently in the NFL is saying it's dumb. That's why Rich McKay had to get out in front of it. How do you feel about the narrative he's trying to pitch? Because I think they are trying to make the game better, but sometimes it's being decided by people who maybe never had to do the thing that they're trying to enforce on a football field.
It feels like at this point it's not even a narrative. It's like, hey, we're going to do this. This is going to be a penalty. It doesn't really matter. I'm just getting out in front of it and letting you know, like, we hear you. This is what we're talking about, though, and no matter what, it's going to be a 15-yard penalty.
What did Todd Haley say down there at Tequila Cowboy in Pittsburgh? He said there'll be some rules that they're pitching for these league and owner meetings that everybody's against.
Yep.
And then somehow everybody gets into one hotel, they get into one conference room, one person goes up in the front, something happens, and then on the way out, we're with it. We're for it. We're for it. Well, it feels like this is something that's going to get initiated, especially with how loud it's gotten over the last couple.
Well, last year was the fair catch that on the kickoff that everyone was super loud about, and we didn't think that it was going to get passed. And then, just like Todd said, well, he didn't speak any English when he was at Tequila Cowboy. He was more, and then he broke his hip. But
he's having a good time.
Yeah, couple heaters.
Todd Haley's having a good time. The guy calls good offense.
But it feels like this might be the rule this year that gets one of those just kind of pushed through because Raj wants it.
Whole new kickoff rule coming, Dallas.
Awesome.
Have you heard about this?
I have not. What do we got?
On the kickoff, chairman member Rich says, we just have not been able to make it safety, but we've made it a non-event. We've taken too much out of the game. It's too exciting a play. We don't want to lose special teams. The hope is the new rule brings it back. After we went through it with Coach Darren Rizzi, who's the special teams coordinator of the New Orleans Saints, and why the special teams coordinators have agreed to it is because they're saying that it's going to add 1,600 more plays to the NFL season. It does bring back returns. I think it is going to put an emphasis on special teamers that have to cover kicks. It's going to look weird, though, for a while. It's going to look weird. Kicker's back on the 35.
Okay.
There's a setup zone at the plus 40. Okay. It's basically a save your legs kickoff drill from practice.
Oh, yeah.
So then everybody's moved up.
Yeah.
Shorter run, 2 returners back. Then it's kind of off and running. That's the kickoff they're proposing to be the NFL kickoff, and everybody's thinking there's a good chance it's going to get passed for next football season.
They're taking away the speed. They're taking away the high impact.
Bingo.
Okay. Okay. I kind of get it. But here's the thing. It is an exciting part of the game. I mean, take it away.
Well, so now it's just touchback city.
Yeah, it is. Exactly.
It's
right.
touchback city. So they try to make it safe, but I like the fact that they're acknowledging we made it a shitty play. It is no longer an entertaining play. We wanted to take out all the contact, but then we also wanted excitement. What we learned in our case studies is that people like football because there's potential collisions and speed and exciting plays. So now we're trying to get both in there. The XFL had this kickoff in their first year or their second time back first year, and it's kind of like the model that created this one. You put some NFL talent on it, has a chance to be exciting. The
landing zone is awesome. Like, they're going to actually have a huge advantage for certain teams when it comes to the kickoff. And we mentioned it, too. Like, it's not technically just, the most powerful leg in Butker or whoever, Camarda, those guys who kick off that just bomb the ball, Bass even. Now it's like, hey, there is strategy to this. And the kick returns, too. Like, Midge, the middle gentleman over in Oakland, Las Vegas, he's going to draw something up that is going to work, that is going to get a kickoff return touchdown, and every other special teams coordinator is going to be like, okay, I'm not doing this right. I need to game this somehow.
Yeah, because the special teams coordinators will continue to game it over the first, second, third year of this whole thing. But I think it's going to get past. It's going to be a very different look to start football games. Very different look with 10 people, a different place than one person, because football is a team thing. Line of scrimmage is normally a pretty big deal. Now we got 10 guys in one spot, one guy back at the 35. You got 2 back in the landing zone, 9 in the setup zone on the return. It's a very...
Is that 14 guys? I was miscounting. I think you have 14 guys out there.
No, 22 I just said.
Okay.
I just did 22.
Per team.
No, I just did both sides. Boom, right in your face.
That's amazing.
Just like that.
Hey, can we bring back the wedge? Let's go.
That'd be awesome. Yes. If only.
So the wedge is actually dead. But speaking of wedges, a rule that we know the Iowa Hawkeye football fans have to love, in a play that I assume they're trying to run every single down, the tush push is going to remain.
That's big.
After lengthy discussions among multiple committees, leave it alone. The Eagles do it well. The tush push stays.
It should.
Okay.
It should. Well, I mean, if
The
they would-
brotherly shove stays.
I'm
The
surprised
4 hands, 2 ass cheeks, 1 football, 1 yard to gain.
Low man wins.
Stays. 1915 football
Stays.
I love it because it is like they potentially do, and they did at the end, but they've done a lot of investments. Now that Jason Kelce isn't there, and I know they drafted somebody else that they think is very good, and Jason Kelce has trained him, and I think Jason Kelce even said, like, this is a guy that could take my spot in the future. I think Jason Kelce is a big part of the tush push potentially because he's got to get under everybody. And he's 285 pounds, incredibly nimble. Not everybody can do what he can do. I'm excited to see what the percentages are now that he's out of the league. Was it just Jalen and the size of his ass and his squatting abilities, or was it potentially the guy in front of him who can get his nose on the ground while moving forward and outpower 600 pounds?
And Pat, we know it's a copycat league, so you know every team has tried this, but they're not running it near as effective or even running it because they're not getting the results. So you know that there is something that they're doing that other teams haven't figured out, which obviously through time, now that they're keeping it legal, we'll be able to find, every team's going to find out a way to do it.
And I think Jason Kelce knows that. I think Jason Kelce knows, because what do they call the listeners of the show? The 92%?
92%, yep.
That's the percentage rate of the Philadelphia Eagles with that play, I do believe.
Bingo.
And then everybody else, go check everybody else's. So whether that's like Travis and everybody else being like, hey, we're acting like this isn't a talent or a skill for a center that we haven't had to see in the past. It's going to stay. I'll be excited to see what the numbers are.
I mean, you remember the last Chiefs QB sneak? Mahomes dislocated his knee.
Yeah, they didn't run it last year at all.
No, not once. Then, I mean, the Patriots have tried it. The Giants, if you remember Dan Jones, they tried it with, and it failed
Steelers
miserably.
with Kenny.
Yeah. It's every team but the Eagles.
Let's pivot away from the rules and let's go back to the NCAA March Madness tournament. We are here because the women's Iowa Hawkeyes team is on a national championship hunt. They have Holy Cross tomorrow at 3 p.m. Favored by 36.5.
Tough squad.
Favored by 36.5 points.
Not bad.
Dallas Clark.
What was Kentucky your favorite?
15.5?
13.5.
Yeah, nowhere near this. This is a lock from what we've been told by everybody. Also, double-digit favorites have been covering in the men's. I don't know about in the women's.
5-2 in the men's.
5-2 in the men's, double-digit cover. If they're supposed to hammer teams, people have been hammering teams. Obviously,
Let's keep that going.
Okay.
One loss.
Well, you know this team better than I do. Much better than I do.
Oh, he doesn't.
You know what I? Wow.
Whoa.
That question in your heart.
Whoa.
This guy doesn't think you're an Iowan.
Is that the bloodline?
Anyways, Dallas, Caitlin Clark has to shoot lights out for them to win the national championship because I feel like she gets like 10, 12 assists a game as well. This whole team has the capability, and they obviously have to play their best ball. What is it about this Hawkeyes team to go win this tournament?
So the games that have been awesome to watch is when Caitlin gets her team involved, which is every game. Because here's the thing, it's sad that this girl who just strokes it every day and just makes threes all day, but also her assist is like a double-double. But here's the thing, Hannah Stokely is a bad mamma jamma. You need to watch her. She looks like a tight end running a seam route. Caitlin throws these like laser passes, full stride down the court, catches them one step, layup. That's what sealed the championship game here with the Big Ten. But she's got weapons around her. But here's the thing: it's the whole thing works because everyone knows their role. It's kind of like when you have something special, you got to let them do their thing. Those girls aren't jealous. Those girls know their role. When their time comes, they step up and make plays. And that's the great thing about this team. They're not one-dimensional. If Caitlin isn't feeling it, her teammates step up and have made plays. And they struggled with that, every now and then again. It's like, man, we really, but this is a complete team, Pat. And that's the great thing that's why this team has a chance and is going to go a long ways because they're not one-dimensional. They can all do their part and do it very well. They're on a.
You were hesitant to say win a natty.
Well,
that was weird.
Here's the thing. I'm not a big. I'm a one game
At a time guy.
One guy. Come on now.
I understand.
Let's focus on the Holy Cross.
Yes, we're sports media, so we have to do.
You have to. Like you guys can say all the bull crap, but
whoa! What the hell is that? Whoa!
crap.
We don't say bull crap.
Son of a bitch. Time to put on the detective.
No, you don't get to put glasses on.
No, take those off.
You don't get to put glasses on. Oh, who's saying bull crap now?
I said bull crap.
It's a bunch of hawk crap, you ask me.
Amen.
So I thought you said something pretty important in there about the team hasn't gotten jealous because, whenever a video game generation, potentially, whenever you're playing like Madden or 2K or any of these things, you see these numbers next to players, okay? This person's at 95%. That doesn't mean they're going to be a 95 every day.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that they're not going to have feelings, emotions, pride, egos, ups, downs, and every day they might not wake up on the right side of the bed. What I have seen out of this year for this phenom, Caitlin Clark, has been a team that has celebrated her and also her not be scared, to take in.
Yes.
So, like whenever they had the celebration and they had that video up on the Jumbotron, that could make some people who are like Caitlin Clark uncomfortable. Okay, like this is uncomfortable because she's such a team player, because of everything like that. But it's like her teammates have almost allowed her to be like, hey, you're allowed to enjoy this. Like,
absolutely.
We are here for you. Let's go ahead and do this. Holding up the newspapers in front of her face, celebrating her. Right. Like it does feel like it's the perfect team to come together around a superstar that we've never seen before, Ty.
Yeah, and I think it makes it a little bit easier because you're not just talking about someone who's like a superstar. Like she is the most prolific scorer in the history of college basketball, men's or women's. So I feel like in terms of like the jealousy, like it's not just like, oh, she's going to be a first-round pick in the WNBA draft. It's like, no, she's the one. You know what I mean?
Whoa!
So, like,
you're acknowledging.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so I feel like it's a little bit easier. But like Dallas mentioned too, and there was an article on ESPN. Like, she's had those times where she's kind of gone through like periods where it's tough to trust her teammates because she knows like at the end of the day, like I do still have to put on. Like if I'm not scoring in bunches, like we're not the same team. But,
Dallas,
Dallas,
is it fair? Is it fair?
What?
Not us. This needs to be prefaced with not us.
I'm not saying.
No.
We have never said this.
No,
never will.
These are things that have been said, though. You live in Iowa.
Yeah.
I would like your take on this. The narrative that if she doesn't win national championship should not be, like, how do you feel about that? Like, has to win a natty? She has all the records of everything, seemingly.
Here's the thing. She wins a natty, then she has to do something else. Like, there's always going to be the mob. Like, there's always going to be the haters.
Hating
There's always going to be those. So here's the thing. She's going to do her thing, and it's going to be amazing. And if hopefully it ends with cutting down the nets. But she doesn't need to do any of that because she's already, I mean, it's done. Like her legacy is cemented. This would just kind of like, it's, putting a rug, it's kind of like Big Lebowski, it'll bring the room together.
Oh, gotcha. It'll bring the room together.
Tie the room together.
A national championship title would bring the room together.
Another trophy. I mean,
here's me, Pistol Pete Maravich's record right here. Here's Kelsey Plum's record right here.
Yeah.
Here's back-to-back Big Ten championship records right here.
Dude.
And then boom, here's the national championship right here in the middle.
I mean, this is about the size of the room that her trophy case looks like. I mean, it's just.
And wait till she gets in a fever. She's gonna win.
Exactly. I mean, that's the real thing. Is that sure? National championship would be nice, but her college is already cemented. She needs 8 WNBA cups, and then we're talking about greatest basketball player ever.
Is that what they're called? WNBA cups?
I checked. It might be the Cheryl Swoops Award as the Finals MVP. I'm not exactly sure what the Larry O'Brien is.
Boy, did you walk yourself right into something here.
I figured WNBA Cup would play, but once again, I'm not sure the exact name of the
Do you think you're the only person that's on a daytime sports show that is seen by more people than it should be, that has WNBA season tickets?
I'd be stunned. I think so. I'd be stunned if there were others, and if they are, where are they? I'd like for them to come forward because, I mean, I live and die with the Indiana Fever. I mean, they're one of my top 5 teams.
The Caitlin Clark effect, $659, I think, is the average ticket price for the sessions here in Iowa City. And obviously West Virginia's here, which is a big ticket team.
Hey.
The Mountaineers are going to come out and do their thing. But this is the Caitlin Clark effect.
Hey.
The highest ticket price in women's college basketball happened earlier in the year. Now this has to be the highest sessions average ticket price in the history of the tournament. What a business. What a monster Caitlin Clark really is.
this morning at breakfast, a gal came in. She bought a single ticket for $500. She's going by herself. She's going to the game. She's like, we got two more chances to see Caitlin in Iowa City. Like, that's $500. One game.
Yeah, the next one.
It's amazing.
Hold
it's
on
awesome.
Now. You got 2 more chances here in Iowa City, and we heard you chant 1 more year. Okay, we heard that chant. We heard it. We want to let you know you're all welcome in Indianapolis.
Let's go.
Anytime you would like.
That's right.
Let's go.
You can stay at Connor's house.
Yeah. Exactly. I got a couple
Downtown.
got an extra bedroom.
Hey, can we use Connor's season tickets?
No, you cannot. No,
Those
you
will be
cannot.
used. Those will be used. Let's go back to the men's March Madness. Obviously, the story of last night. Oakland, a school that is in Michigan.
Yes, not California.
Foxy, how come you, the representative of Michigan, Detroit,
Right.
all those things, have never told us about the wagon that is the Oakland Golden Grizzlies, who just knocked off Kentucky last night in magnificent March Madness fashion, pal?
Yeah, you got to be from the state of Michigan to understand what the Oakland Grizzlies mean to the state. They've always been a wagon, all right? They've always been a small school. Maybe for a guy that dominates in high school but is undersized, he goes to Oakland. I actually had a teammate in high school that went to Oakland. Blake Lampman, who's on the team, one of their best players. He's from a small town right next to my town. We love the Oakland Golden Grizzlies, and I actually was not that shocked to see them beat Kentucky.
Oh, shut up.
Okay.
What'd your bracket have?
They're
What'd your
a run
bracket
and
have?
gun.
What'd
I
your
took
bracket
Oakland
have?
in my bracket. There's proof there. They're run and gun. They love
All
shooting
right.
threes, and they always have a guy like that kid last night that can fill it up.
There is
Jack
a
Gohlke.
sign here about the University of Kentucky.
Oh, nice.
Pretty clever there. It says, I suck.
With the Iowa eye.
Yeah. That's good. That's a good sign.
Yeah, it is a good sign.
That's a very good sign. Next to him, we got a Bloodline fan saying, watch out, Roman, the Rock is coming for you. No.
Final boss? The final boss? Come on.
Yeah.
Final boss isn't coming for anybody.
They're together.
Come on, what is
I don't
this guy
like you
talking
questioning
Yeah, that was
what
weird.
the Rock is up to.
This guy, he doesn't know. The final boss? Come on.
You know the final boss in college football, Greg Sankey. He came out as the commissioner of the SEC and said, I'm sick of these tiny little bum-ass schools getting into March Madness. Now, we are friends with Greg Sankey. We think he has done a fantastic job as the commissioner. Remember, during COVID, he was the first person that had any power over anything that came out and said, we're playing football. I don't know what anybody else is doing. We're playing football. So we, as football doofuses, are massive fans of Greg Sankey. What he's been able to do down there is obviously a wagon. There's a transition happening in football, but he spoke up about basketball. We're giving away highly competitive opportunities for automatic qualifiers from smaller leagues. And I think the pressure is going to rise as we have more competitive basketball leagues at the top end because of conference expansion. Obviously, talk about teams going to the Big Ten, new schools coming to the SEC. We obviously only talk about it for football reasons. There's a basketball thing that takes place in there. And, you know, the Iowa Hawkeyes men's team.
Going to win the NIT this year.
Not if Kareem has anything to say about that.
Let's go Hawks!
Let's go Hawks!
Let's go Hawks! Let's go Hawks! Let's go Hawks! Let's go Hawks! Let's go
They're not in the dance.
Ty, Freeman was our phenom freshman was just walking around here. So
Big Ten freshman of the year.
He's gonna be something to watch.
Okay, he's going to win the NIT.
He's awesome.
They didn't get in the dance, though,
No.
and I think you guys would say didn't deserve it this year.
Correct.
I think those big conference schools know when they deserve it or when they don't deserve it. In the small schools, making a run is what March Madness is. So I think Greg Sankey, friend of the program, kind of missed the entire boat here, although he is forecasting future problems for Selection Sunday as these schedules get a lot harder with conference realignment.
I thought that's why we put like the strength of schedule into the whole mix of
net
records.
Buddy.
And I mean,
Anytime you got a committee picking things.
I know, but you can't take. I mean, this is ridiculous. You can't take away. There's nothing but. I mean, look at Oakland.
Wouldn't be March Madness.
Oakland just beat Kentucky. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not really madness anymore.
it wouldn't be madness.
Jay Wright talked about it, though, after Oakland won. He was like, well, that's the thing. Like, you would think that these schools that have more NIL that can bring in these top freshmen are going to go all the way, but the freshmen leave after their, freshman year because they are NBA picks. And schools like Oakland have all these veteran guys who've been playing college basketball together for 3-4 years, and that's why when they get into March, they're so much better because they are older, more composed, and they can just play basic, easy basketball instead of, the one-on-one with Reeves in Kentucky last night.
So, Greg.
Not normally, but
that's going to happen.
That's basketball, Sankey. That's a different Sankey.
Hey, this Herky mascot getting a little antsy, but we also have been joined. I believe the Iowa band has made their way in. Hey, is the Iowa band back there? We got a little something special with the Iowa band happening in the next hour. Cannot wait for that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you know.
Hey, Pat, can I talk about the band here? So my kids love. We don't go anywhere at halftime. We watch the band this year.
Damn right.
These people back here, these great, awesome students at the university. They marched. I don't know how the heck you guys do this, but they made a Caitlin Clark stick figure. They brought out some kind. They had They shot a basketball. They shot a basketball in a hoop, and it fell in while they're playing some 80s,
basketball. Give me the ball because I'm gonna dunk it.
Does that song have words? I didn't know it had words.
Yes.
Did you guys just make it up?
No.
I thought it was
been around.
amazing. But and then the week before they had tailgating theme, and they had a Weber grill open up. They had freaking people there in black suits.
it was sponsored.
Should have been.
You sure it wasn't a George Foreman?
No,
Nah, it was probably
everyone knew it was Weber. It's only Weber. It's the dome.
Traeger?
The dome.
Deer?
They had the fog machines. The fog machine. It looked like smoke coming out.
They're picking them up.
We don't know what that gentleman has done, but feels like he's probably the one that designed the whole damn thing.
I think he put the Weber sign on the grill, baby.
Hey,
they're unreal. They're unreal. So it's awesome having them here.
Are you Sean? Is that Sean?
He just lost his mind.
Sean? What's your name? Is that Sean?
Sean. Corey, that is. We met him at the Big Ten Championship.
Acknowledge him.
What's his? I still don't know.
Corey.
Okay, Corey. Hey, Corey, great work, pal.
Great work, Corey.
These people love you, Corey. Did you see the way the band just responded to Corey? Corey's a good leader.
Yeah.
Everybody in the band, just like we were talking about with Caitlin Clark, everybody in the band was like, this one.
There it is.
And then, give me the ball, because I'm gonna dunk it. Do we have that as video or just picture?
I mean, look at that.
Okay, so that
The
ball
transition.
Ends up, that
the ball
ends up,
goes up in the air and makes it because that's all Caitlin does.
And it counted for more points than the Hawkeyes scored that day.
Oh!
You guys suck.
And that ball traveled further on the field than the football did for the Iowa Hawkeyes in 4 quarters.
Oh!
It's all right.
We're talking about Caitlin here. Let's go.
But that was a football game. You brought it up.
We're looking at the band. Basketball.
You know what else they did? I was at the Big Ten.
You look good in that hat, by the way.
Thank
Great
you.
hat.
Great hat.
You get that,
Why is
right?
that? How did
Gets going.
Good looking bucket.
That's right. That's the energy that March Madness has here in beautiful Iowa City.
Ain't no blizzard stopping this, baby.
You're right.
Ain't
Is this
stopping.
normal? You guys just get blizzards out of nowhere?
Dude, tomorrow, in 3 days, it'll be 70 degrees.
That's Iowa.
Mike Foss, shout out to the entire ESPN crew that set this entire thing up as we wrap up here. Shout out. So many incredible people that are really cool. Like, one of the big reasons why we decided to partner with ESPN whenever I was shopping the program around and licensed it to ESPN and being a part of College Game Day is because if we were to do one of these shows, like Zito would have had to come out here 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
We would have had to figure out a spot, put it all down. We would have had to hire like 15 people. ESPN, since day one, has been like, wherever you want to go, whatever you want to do, we'll set up for you. And this was a moment that was too damn good to pass up. So thank you, ESPN folks. Barcode, Mitch, whole squad. Austin.
What?
No.
And you?
No,
Yeah.
no, 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 no,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
no, not now.
Oh, yeah.
Nope, now's not the time. We're thinking everybody else. Thank you. Yep. All right. One show. No. All right.
I'll leave.
But massive, massive thank you to you all coming out here.
Who skipped classes? Who skipped classes?
Don't be a snitch. You're not the
Who
fence.
skipped classes? Let's
Bloodline
go.
did.
As we wrap up on this glorious Feel Good Friday here from Iowa, talking about skipping class, the Duquesne Dukes have a professor who canceled class and told all of his students to go celebrate. Thank you, Professor Healy III.
Thank you, Professor Healy. I'll figure it out.
Go celebrate. I'll figure it out. This is the type of stuff that is magical. Whenever an entire university rallies around sports, truly special memories and moments can take place, like what's going to happen here for Caitlin Clark's last 2 games in Iowa City this weekend.
Hell yeah.
We are lucky to be here. We're thankful to be here. And the Iowa professors are now on the clock. You need to cancel classes, Ty, don't you think?
Absolutely. Well, when we were pulling up here, we went by a couple of the residence halls, one of which I used to live in my freshman year. Saw a bunch of people
What's
waiting.
the name?
Slater. Yep.
Let's go.
Slater 738, baby.
9/11.
Nice. Love
go.
that. And I basically just yelled at them. They were waiting for the CAM bus. I said, hey, look at all this snow on the ground. Go back inside. Skip class. You know, that's what I used to do every once in a while. You come out, you see the CAM buses struggling to get up the hill. There's no point in going to class today, okay? You're not going to learn anything today that you won't learn on Monday when the weather's a little bit nicer.
Do you have any other message for them as we look at history potentially happening here in Iowa this weekend?
Get real boozed up this weekend. Take advantage of it. You only go to school once. Okay, you only get this moment once. Responsibly, of course. Responsibly, of course.
Get real responsibly boozed up.
Exactly. Tear the ped mall down, okay? I don't know how many seniors are out here. You only got a couple more cracks at it. And take it from me, okay? I haven't been here, in 10 years. You think you're going to make it back? You think you're going to be able to go back to all those bars you love and enjoy yourself?
Which ones?
Well, Spoko.
Wide.
DC's.
Wide.
Brothers.
Wide.
Summit.
Wide.
And there's
Fieldhouse.
Union. There's about 150
Sports
more.
column.
Yeah,
What was it?
Spoko.
Yeah.
But there's a good chance you won't be able to make it back. Life might get in the way. So we are in the last semester here. Of the school year.
Did your watch just tell you that?
Take advantage of it.
Yeah.
Take advantage. I was more so seeing how
His
much
heart
time
rate
we
is
had
jacked.
to make sure I don't go over it. But yeah. Enjoy yourself this weekend. Get responsibly, incredibly boozed up, and let's cheer on the Hawks, baby, okay? Because we got some nets to cut down.
Massive thank you to Dallas Clark for hanging out for the last 2 hours.
Let's go.
And as we head into this 3rd hour exclusively on YouTube and ESPN Plus, I'm going to tell you, we got some shit planned. This should be a fun hour, celebrating Iowa and having great conversations. See ya Monday. I missed it.
No, you didn't.
I missed it. They're off. They're not on. I should have gave them time. I missed it. I want to let you all know that whole thing was done. I missed it. going to take a 5-minute break.
Yeah.
And maybe a smoke. What a time. Thank you to the Iowa Marching Band. That was fantastic.
Wow.
Hell yeah. Hey, that was powerful, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Powerful.
Horsepower. Let's go.
That was a nice little surprise right there. Dallas Clark is bartering
Steal that
shades.
kid's glasses?
Oh, we traded.
Good trade.
Kind of a shitty trade for him.
Yeah, it feels like you got the better end of the deal.
Yeah, big time.
You're Deshaun Watson. He's the Cleveland Browns.
Tom Cruise wears these ones, Dallas.
Mav?
That's what Mav.
Making sure.
Yeah, man.
Bad deal. You just ripped that kid off. That kid's got better glasses than you. You just took them off that kid's face.
His choice.
I mean, you get
Hey,
Dallas.
hey, buddy, you keep these.
Boop.
Oh, no.
You got to catch that with the trumpet.
Oh, no.
That was a terrible throw by me. Terrible throw by me.
I don't know about that.
Is that mine?
Yeah.
Somebody give him a pair of our glasses.
Who?
Oh, he's got a pair. He's got a pair.
I want to give mine.
They're good. Yeah, he's got a pair.
We're good.
Hey, sorry about that, band guy.
No, that's not for me.
Hey, what's your name, bub?
That's an honor I can't bestow.
Christian? Here, hold on. Here's the microphone. No, that's yours, pal.
Cheers.
Okay, so yeah, the camera's
I'll
up
take it.
here, so.
Oh, there you go. Oh, now you're the real drum major. There you
You
go.
put it under your nose?
No, you put it under your chin.
No, I ain't gonna have. I got a big head. Big head.
That's all right. You're good.
So, what year are you, and how long have you been doing this?
So this is my 4th year in the marching band, and I've been the drum major for 2 years.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Can we salute him?
Big
That's-
swing and ding dong.
That's a big deal, right? The drum major.
It is, yeah. So I'm like the top leader within the band. So I teach everybody the marching fundamentals. I lead them out on game day. If you never seen, I do the back bend on live TV and all that stuff. So
Do you hit it every time?
hit it every time.
Okay.
Every single time I hit it, of course.
We like that. Dallas was just talking about a Caitlin Clark basketball shot.
Yeah. Did you see that show? Yep. So we did that for Western Michigan. And so we did a Caitlin Clark themed show because obviously she had an amazing year last year. And it was written by Corey Schmidt, our amazing TA.
Hey, man, Corey!
He's a Schmidt?
No relation. No relation.
Yeah, and so so the band made a Caitlin stick figure, and then we also had the band members make a basket. And so people in the band had this big basketball, and they were running around, so we made it like she was shooting the basket into the hoop, because we got to honor Caitlin Clark. Isn't Caitlin Clark amazing, everybody?
Yeah.
Isn't she the best? Yeah.
This guy gets it.
Hey, he said it was like the greatest thing he's ever seen. He said his kids and he stick around halftime to watch you guys. So you're doing a great job.
Thank you. We appreciate it. We love having fun with the Hawkeye fans. And we know
What's the
the
metal
fans
band?
love us.
What's the metal band called?
Yeah, so it's called the Hawkeye Metal Band, and that's members of the marching band. Some of them play the bass, some play the guitar, and we did this amazing Metallica show that you guys saw at the Big Ten Championship,
Yes,
right?
we did.
Which was an amazing show, and it was a part of this big Metallica marching band competition. So we had members of the band. They're like, "Yeah, we'd love to, create a metal band for it." And so they were like, "Yeah, let's do it." And so when we played Enter Sandman, we were rocking and jamming, all that. Exactly. So
you guys won the halftime. You guys won the halftime.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
No questions asked.
Well, then you post on your show the next day. You're like, "How about that Hawkeye marching band? You were doing that, and we thought it was the most amazing thing." We were like, "Oh my gosh, we're on the." Wasn't it amazing when we saw that we were mentioned on the Pat McAfee Show? We thought that was the coolest thing ever. We thought that was the coolest thing
Gets
ever.
it. A lot of
Jack
moxie.
and Bulky. Huh? What'd you say?
Right, you a Pat McAfee theme show.
Don't do that.
Okay, so if we had a Pat McAfee theme show, what would be your 3 songs? Because we play 3 songs every halftime. So if we could do a Pat McAfee theme show, what would be your 3 songs?
White Stripes, Seven Nation Army.
Okay, we
did
already
that
played
one.
that. We already played that. All right.
Prada.
Prada's not the answer.
Maybe.
Black Betty.
Black Betty's good.
Black Betty would be a good one. There
Black
we go.
Betty's good.
Yep.
Tom Petty.
You know your karaoke song.
Yeah, exactly.
Stand on business, SOB. Yeah, Pac-Man Jones.
That's right.
Hey, no.
That's a good call.
Okay,
That would
all
be
right.
the
Yeah,
three. Those
yeah,
would be
those
the
are
three.
three.
But also, how much time do you guys practice each week?
So we practice 2 hours a day for 5 days a week.
And
so
we're just marching.
Yep, marching, learning all the music. So we have fundamentals, we learn our shows, and we also have music rehearsals as well. And then we get to do a lot of cool performances like this, or we perform at football games, or pet band that performs at basketball games for Caitlin Clark too. So we get to do a lot of fun stuff like this. So
That is filthy. We
Oh, it's the
appreciate the
best.
hell out of you.
Oh, well, we appreciate you. Thanks for
I
having
think
us on.
the metal band's here, right?
Oh yeah, the metal band's all here.
Okay, do we
They're getting them
want,
all set up.
how much time will that take to set up, you think?
We almost there? Almost ready?
that the Axeman? Right?
30 seconds.
30 seconds?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go to a break with the Iowa Hawkeyes metal band.
Metal band, yep, there you go.
Playing Metallica's Enter Sandman.
We're going to do it for you right here.
Which is an award finalist performance.
It is, yeah. Metallica chose us ourselves as a finalist.
Yeah, Lars Ulrich was like, holy shit, I've never seen anything like this.
Okay, well, can we do that?
We're going to do it, yep, just for you.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
I mean,
Austin?
Christian.
Jesus.
That's all right.
That's on me, Christian. The band, Christian.
Thank you so much for having us. We appreciate it. Thank
Christian,
you.
I appreciate you. Congrats on the incredible work.
Thank you. Go Hawks. Let's go.
Hell yeah. No problem.
Baby. Go Hawks.
Christian's a dog.
Yeah, their Axeman looks like a creative player on Guitar Hero. This guy's about to shred.
Yeah, I saw him Big Ten championship.
Holy shit.
Yeah, yup.
You kidding me?
Just say he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the final hour, we will have the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns here.
Get those ones up.
We will have Iowa Hawkeye legend Pat Anger here.
Yeah.
We will have head coach of the Iowa women's basketball team, Coach
Lisa Bluder.
Lisa Bluder here. And as we go to break here, please allow the Iowa Hawkeye metal band to blow your mind with a fantastic performance, a potential award-winning performance of Enter Sandman by Metallica. We'll see you in about 10. Cheers. What size is the wish?
It's 4 nights of complete darkness.
What?
Is there a bathroom or you wearing a diaper?
You
For
can
real?
bring-
Holy shit!
Explosive, the thing that really takes it over the top. Jesus fucking Christ. The thing that really takes it over the top.
Son of a bitch, Mad Mel. Get it together.
Oh, yeah, fucking right we did. Oh, I just said right there. There's the first one.
Yeah, that's right.
If you go like that, okay.
Oh, my God!
Boom, right there. His foot's on the fucking line.
Boom.
That's his foot on the line.
He's living out in L.A. He drives a sports car just to prove.
I pooped my pants on Monday, actually, a week ago today.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Say so. Say so.
Also, fuck Boston.
You gotta have a working toilet seat.
Can't tell which side is which.
It's crazy.
It's a dead ringer.
Skydiving, I went Rocky Mountain climbing. I went 2.7 seconds on a bowling Fu Manchu.
Be there. Go, X. Come down here. Come down here. Did we talk about the long ball? Did we talk about the long ball? Was that money? Was that money? Was that money? Was that right there? It was you. A high def, live, in front, touchdown orange.
I think I smoke meat very well.
Ask Schefter what I texted him when he somehow got my number and texted me. I didn't respond to Diana Rossini, I think her name is. I would say the same thing that I told Schefter. Lose my number. Nice try.
My dad always said this. He said, boys, that's for show.
Yeah.
That's for dough. He said that one makes the girls cream, but that one puts food on the table. That's the work muscle.
Every single Thursday, we will be getting the incredible opportunity of chatting with head coach of Alabama, Nick Saban. People are saying you look like the Wayans brothers with the white chicks.
Oh, no. I'd say it was like a specific person. It's just like, hey, this is a sweet mask that someone spent a lot of time on, I guess. And they had a lot of old man.
And I love deeper and AJ Hawk.
Whoa. Okay, here we go. Oh, boy. This is what I'm talking about. I'm trying to figure this whole situation out. Okay, we got a Zoom here. Yeah, congrats, we're on ESPN. Awesome, my camera almost worked.
Smoke sweeter and gave forgiveness, I've been denied. That's Live Like You Were Dying. That's that song.
Good song.
That's how he wrote it, probably.
1. Let's go! This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for it. The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers, you pig! Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Sport! Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to the Field House in beautiful Iowa City, Iowa. This Feel Good Friday, Hour 3 starts now. Sports are happening in a massive way, and we are incredibly lucky to be on the campus on the eve of one of potentially the final 2 home games of Caitlin Clark's illustrious Iowa Hawkeye career.
Oh, yeah.
The buzz is palpable because the greatest college hoops scorer in the history of college hoops is wrapping up her career at the wonderful University of Iowa with a national championship run.
Hell yeah!
Now, I'm not alone. Obviously, one half of the Hammer, Dahn, Cowboys Tone Diggs is here. The Toxic Table is here. At Boston Connor.
You know what I did? Good heat.
Still getting booed. And the University of Iowa grad, Ty Schmidt.
Yeah, Ty.
Now we are in... We are incredibly lucky to be joined by Dallas Clark, Iowa legend for the first 2 hours. We are lucky to be joined by Jack Gohlke, the legend from Oakland, Michigan.
Yep.
Who went off for 32 points last night in a 14-3 upset of the March Madness tournament. Today has been fantastic. But I don't know if at home where you're watching on YouTube or ESPN Plus, or I think we're still on TikTok Live. I don't know how long that app.
Yeah, not for
We don't know.
long.
I don't know.
Who knows?
I don't know.
Careful, China.
Hey, smart people, figure it out. But there's an extra heightened sense of fantastic in the building. There is a heightened sense of greatness in the building. There is a long walk from the place in which this person is hanging out, because I do believe a man who's going to be remembered. Okay, we're nowhere near that.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, we're in another building.
Oh, gotcha.
I could still feel it though.
Oh, yeah.
I could feel the mana radiating.
All right.
I could feel the ones going to the sky relatively soon to acknowledge him. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on the road to WrestleMania. And in about 2 weeks' time, the eyes of the world will be cast upon Philadelphia for WrestleMania 40. Now,
exhale.
WrestleMania 40 is being heralded as the biggest WrestleMania in the history of WrestleMania, and that's for good reason. Night 1, biggest tag team match in the history of WWE. Night 2, a man who comes from a wrestling family who is beloved by all wrestling fans, has an opportunity to maybe finish his story. The reason why it is being heralded as the biggest WrestleMania of all time is because on both nights, you're going to be able to see a man who is a one of one, a man who has a Hall of Famer next to him every single time you see him, a man who has put on and put over his entire family. A man who is still 30 to 45 seconds away. A man who will never be duplicated, never be replicated. A man who is the main event on both nights of the biggest WrestleMania of all time, the longest reigning, undisputed WWE Universal Champion of all time, our tribal chief, the Big Ooze, the man who has put WWE on his back for the last 4 years.
Damn.
He's beat leukemia.
What?
He's beat all of your favorites.
What?
The man can't be pinned because his shoulders don't know what the mat's supposed to feel like.
What?
He's taller than you.
What?
He's more powerful than you.
What?
His hair's better than you.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, Roman Reigns. Flanked by WWE security, who is a badass. Sir.
Get your ones up. Get your ones up.
Get 'em up.
Get your fucking ones up.
Acknowledge this man.
Acknowledge him. He's your tribal chief.
Yup. Yup.
Get your ones up.
Yup.
Fucking ones up.
Yup.
Get him up.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Roman. Wow. The reason why you are our tribal chief, the reason why you are the man who put the WWE on your back for like the last decade and a half, it feels like, is because you fly through a blizzard to Iowa City on the eve of Caitlin Clark's historic run that's about to begin and give these people not what they deserve, but what they need, which is a look at greatness. Thank you, Tribal Chief.
Where's the pipe at? Where are we going at? Hey.
Right, anywhere, yep.
Your tribal chief loves you.
Okay. That's very kind of you. And before we go any further, Iowa City, acknowledge him. A lot of ones to the sky here in Iowa, and I'm going to be honest, we thought there was no chance you were going to continue to come whenever we landed and found out a blizzard was coming. So you battling through adversity to talk to the people that need to hear from you is another display of greatness. But let me say this from my heart. There's a couple Cody Rhodes fans in here.
That's
okay?
right.
Crybabies.
They've been crying all morning. They've been crying all morning.
Sobbing.
They've been crying all morning. The buzz about this WrestleMania is bigger than it's been forever, maybe. You're the main event of both nights. I think that's the reason why. But on the second night, you got Cody Rhodes. What are your thoughts on the whole Cody Crybaby situation with The Rock and his fans? And what are your thoughts on Cody's story only being finished by beating you?
He's going to smash him.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Well, I think everybody's story revolves around me. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's just one of many that's just trying to tie this thing up. But at the end of the day, he's just a chapter in the big book. You know what I mean? This thing's been started since August of 2020. Since I came back and I told the whole world that I was the head of the table. And I was the head of the greatest wrestling dynasty to ever exist. On the Hawaii Fatu dynasty.
Big Oos.
And that's the thing, is we've done so much great things that we've made this place. It's like there's a magnetism. We pulled you in. You're like, man, the bloodline's doing all kinds of things. Let's go do that. Let's be a part of that. Same thing with Cody.
I was trying to be an Oos.
Cody was off doing who cares, a whole lot of nothing. He saw what we were doing in WWE and he wanted to be a part of that. Hollywood, Dwayne saw what we were doing. I'm the only guy that didn't have to go to Hollywood. Hollywood came to me.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, if y'all feel truth, just put the one up, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because I'm going to spit a lot of that.
Okay, a lot of amen, a lot of this. Instead of this, let's just put the ones up to the sky.
We don't need amen, it's Tribal Chief.
Yeah, you're damn right. Tribal Chief. Tribal Chief. Tribal Chief. So, when you took on Cena, John Cena.
Oh, yeah. He was the first Hollywooder to come back.
Yeah, exactly. Michael Cole was bopping his meat every night to John Cena. Every night. Oh, the GOAT is back. The GOAT is the greatest of all time. He's back. I used to have beers with John Cena. That whole thing. Michael Cole.
Big dick rider, that Mike.
Well, a lot of people say that about me because the next part of the question was.
Oh, sorry.
I had to get you back. So I, at that moment, started looking around. Michael Cole is calling John Cena the GOAT. I started checking out his resume and everything, and obviously he was fantastic and worked for a long time and showed up. John Cena is obviously on the Mount Rushmore in everybody's mind. But there's no reason not to call you the GOAT. And I literally, as I did my research, I started looking. I'm like in the hardest time in the history of professional wrestling when there was no fans. No fans. Who was carrying it?
John Cena.
Roman
Get that guy.
Reigns.
Get him out. The moron that said that, get that guy out of here ASAP.
And then when we got back into arenas and people didn't know what it was going to be like, sellout. Ratings through the roof. Billions of dollars coming into the WWE. Why?
He's the needle mover.
Roman Reigns. So I've said that you're the GOAT for these reasons, and these reasons alone, and I assume that you felt that way for a long time, but you are the GOAT in a lot of people's eyes. How's it feel, and when did you realize that you were going to be in that conversation?
I've always known it, you know what I mean? I've always been striving for it. I've always had this obsession for it. You know, I was born in '85, so when you're growing up through the '90s and you have Michael Jordan, you just have this. There's just this mentality. It was different times back in the day. I'm not trying to get all old school on everybody, but it was tougher. It was a tougher mentality than it is today. And that was just something that conditioned me to chase it and just want to be on a different level than everybody. And
like Caitlin Clark.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, the tribal queen of Iowa.
There you go. We like that. We like that.
Completely unrelated. But yeah. I'm a different tribe, but
Caucasian tribe, if you will.
There you go. There you go. We got some of that too, But yeah, for me, I mean, I don't take anything away from anybody. What John's done is it's on, as far as generations come, that's GOAT level stuff. But for me, it's always been about quality, not quantity. John has a lot of title reigns, but he doesn't have a title reign that can compare to what I've done in the past 4 years. So this quality that that I put on display, it speaks for itself. The business backs it. Everything that's happened, it's made this place more lucrative than it's ever been. It's made this place attractive for sale. You know what I mean? Like my reign has gone through the most turbulent, crazy time in WWE's history, and that says a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I will always take the quality of this run over, going 14, 15, 16 times any day of the week.
Ty's got a question for you.
Yeah, I'm just curious. How do you fend off the boredom? Because you already are the greatest of all time.
Yeah,
and
that's a good question.
You know going in every single time you step in the squared circle, like, this schmuck's got nothing. He's got nothing. Cody's got nothing. It doesn't matter who they line up. CM Punk certainly has nothing.
Okay.
Exactly.
I like Phil.
So how do you stay focused? How do you keep that edge when you already are the greatest of all time?
I'm living my dream, man. Like that. This is what I wanted my whole life. So I'm not one of them people that once I got there, it just wasn't what I expect. I'm not like CM Punk, where I got to the top of the mountain. It's like, oh, it's not what I expect, so I'm a bitch about it. No. Hey, once you reach your goals, enjoy the dream. This is what you've been working for, and that's exactly what I'm doing. So for me, I don't want to go I don't want this to ever end. I don't want this dream to end. I don't ever want to wake up, so I do everything that I have to do to stay and maintain this position. And, it's a lot of work, I'm very private about my me time, my family time, so you don't get you don't get that backstage look at everything I'm doing. But no, I'm constantly working. I'm always prepping.
Hey, body looks good.
Always. Yeah. You already know. Y'all lucky it's cold out here. We're ready. That's the thing is, like, I'm just obsessed with continuing to progress, you know what I mean? So I know there's another level. I know there's some more that I can do. So I don't like to get satisfied or comfortable with the the current level that I'm on.
Okay, so everybody that is the projectors of what wrestling is going to be in a few months, they know how it's going to go. They know which makes no sense because who knows who's going to show up on what night.
Nobody.
The only thing we've known for the last 4 years is every time this guy shows up, he wins. He's the only one that we know that about. Everybody else, you have no clue. But it sounds like you're a guy who doesn't see the end of your wrestling career run. Like, we're in the middle of our prime right now, we're talking about right now, is the way you feel?
Oh, yeah. I'm just scratching the surface. I'm still like figuring, I'm still experimenting. We're still figuring stuff out. There's so much room left.
Okay.
I'm 38 years young. I'm a young man. I got so much stuff to do left. You know what I mean? There's so many. If we were able to do this in 4 years, imagine what we can conquer in another decade. You know what I mean? Like I said, the work's being put in. My skin still looks good.
You're using Papa Tui?
You know what I mean? I'm sure there's a lot of 25-year-olds in here that I look younger than. So
us whites
constantly putting in.
Yeah, you know how
I said I got half of that. I'm
but you got your skin seems to be not from our side.
We got the good side too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't see it stopping anytime. You just said it. Like, we're about to set more records WrestleMania weekend with the main events. We're chasing, landmarks and different history marks as far as the title reigns. So there's so much history left to make. I don't see it ever ending.
Hell yeah. Hey, we love that. Connor's got a question for you, Roman.
Yeah, Tribal Chief. Obviously, throughout those 4 years.
Tribal Chief.
My Tribal Chief,
right.
Excuse me.
Can I say our? Or is it just?
Is it our?
It's true.
What would you prefer?
Our is probably better, but at least mine.
Okay, our and my Tribal Chief.
Just real quick, though. People from the South, like I'm from Pittsburgh, so I'll say like my mom said this or my dad.
Yes.
In the South, they go, mom said, dad said. They don't do the my in front of it. So thank you for clearing up that whenever we say Tribal Chief, we have to say my or out. We have to designate whose Tribal Chief you are.
Well, it's first person. It feels personal. It feels respectful to me. So I just, when you get the opportunity, you know what I'm saying? Take advantage.
Yeah. It's kind of like a King James situation.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like you'd say King, same way I'd say, hey, Tribal Chief. But again, preference. Our Tribal Chief, my Tribal Chief.
He always stands for his Tribal Chief.
Always, no matter what. And the wise man could also attest to that. But, throughout those 4 years, 2 guys have been with you here and there, Jimmy and Jay. And obviously right now they're going through their beef. Is it hard because it is, blood for you to...
No yeet.
No yeet. Okay. No yeet. It is catchy.
Right?
Dude, my cramp. I'm so impressed.
Look at those abs, though. I'm talking about taking shirts off, huh?
Yeah.
All right, sorry. Go ahead.
No.
Please.
Never, my Tribal Chief, never apologize. Okay, never. But is it hard for you not to think about, your other family going at it, one-on-one against each other, or is that just separate business? You're not even worried about. It's not even on your mind.
Oh, I'm rooting for Big Jim. He's my only family.
They're calling him Jealous Jim.
Jay made his choice.
Excommunicado.
How do you walk away from the dream? How do you walk away from the promised land? It's disrespectful.
I agree.
He'll tell you his life hadn't been the same since. So if you can't play your role, if you can't just fill the shoes that you've been provided, then we got to excommunicate. We got to see if you sink or swim. And he's doing okay, but just remember, it only takes just like that. We send the word and it's done.
Whoa. My Tribal Chief. Okay.
My Tribal Chief, that was a pretty heavy statement there. Yeah.
I would never kill my cousin.
Okay.
But I would put his career on hold if I want to. You understand? Woo. We got the juice.
Okay, so let's talk about, Amen, Tribal Chief. My Tribal Chief. Speaking of cousins, big one, bold one.
Got a big family,
Yeah, I saw the tree.
Beautiful.
The first picture I saw of the tree was of this, Attitude Era icon, who is somehow in better shape now, seemingly, than he was then.
That's what I'm saying. That's what we do. That's our genetics. It was no disrespect, 25-year-olds, but it's just on my side. We're getting better with age.
Yeah, and he is more jocked, I think, than we've ever seen. There's some photos hitting the internet back when there was an era after WWE.
Yeah, calling him Eric
where he had
Spoelstra.
hair and he looked like real.
Hollywood told him
He leaned up.
Lean. Super lean. Like,
Pebble.
Is this guy okay? They were saying that. But now he is obviously the most famous person on earth, one of the greatest business people ever. He's on the board. He's the final boss. But I've been noticing, I don't know if you've seen this. Because with how focused you are, when you're setting a tone like this, his thumb has a mind of its own. Have you seen that? His thumb just I don't know if it's lazy. I would never say The Rock's lazy. We are we are big fans of The Rock.
See him in the Iron Paradise.
He is the hardest worker in the room, but it feels like his thumb might be lazy because he'll do this one, and then this thing goes like that.
Whoa.
You see that? And on the screen, you can't see it as much because of how, oh yeah, you can. He's doing that right there. Have you guys talked about what the formal acknowledgement is? And there's a sign right here, right behind you. Watch out, Roman. The Rock is coming for you. Oh. Why does everybody want you two to be at odds with each other when we saw the Familia, we saw the if you smell what the bloodline is cooking? Why does everybody want you two to go after each other, you think?
Because I think it's two of the greatest superstars to ever do it, and we have one who's currently dominating Hollywood, the other currently dominating WWE. Why wouldn't you want to put that match together? Why? That's what I'm saying. That's the big gripe with Cody. He's a crybaby, and then his fans reflect Hey. We've given that bum plenty of time.
Yeah, you're right.
We've given that chump plenty of time to do his thing, and let's be honest.
This is going to be on Raw. I hope you're happy. You're not going to be here. I'm going to be here.
If the guys my age, you know what I mean, that small minority of our WWE wrestling fan base weren't a bunch of bitches crying the whole time, he would have never got that buzz, and y'all would have been just smitten with The Rock versus the Tribal Chief. Let's be honest. That's what it was. But that's the beauty of this business, is things can happen on the drop of a dime, and you have to be able to, either call an audible or ride that wave that's coming at you. But for me, that was the end game. Let me go ahead and just make the final statement. Put the stamp of approval, seal the deal. I beat The Rock. Ain't nobody ever questioning what I've done here. And Cody took that from me. And that's the thing.
He's got to pay for it.
We're such a close family, you know what I mean? We handle things the right way. And fortunately, we have the ring to be able to settle our differences. And Jay and Jimmy, they know that, and they're doing that. But that's the thing. He took that from me. He took that storybook ending, because imagine somebody who just pops up out of nowhere and they're talking about, this is my story. You ain't even been here half the time. Well, you just got here. You literally just got here 2 years ago.
Sounds like Cody potentially ruined a moment for all of us. Yeah. Not just you.
That's what I'm saying.
The whole universe.
Me.
This is the thing. Our society is a bunch of sheep, right? You tell them, you can Jedi them, and then they're like, oh, Cody's the good guy. Look, he signs autograph. He doesn't. That guy's a politician.
Oh,
whoa.
Whoa. Like Joe Biden.
Come on.
Whoa. He's not real like our tribal chief.
That's what I'm saying. He's been up here in a three-piece suit. We're on the... It's the Pat McAfee live show.
Yeah!
We come in all black. We come casual. Look, I think our materials are about the same.
Yeah. You do look
strapped.
You walked. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all got to wait till the 6th and the 7th to see all that. But
we're
been putting that work in.
Hey, we're feeling Mania body. Mania shape.
We're in. Yeah. We're ready.
Well, you got 2 matches.
Hey, this is the biggest one of all time, right? So I had to come correct.
You know why it's the biggest one of all time?
Because I'm double main eventing. That's
Bingo.
why.
Bingo. Put it up.
Amen.
Tone Diggs has a question for you. My tribal chief.
Our sir tribal chief.
He's making a mockery out of it right in front of your face.
What was the sir about?
The sir, I believe that you should be knighted.
That's my father.
No, I feel like you should be knighted. If you were to go to England, I feel like you should be knighted.
Well, the whole royal situation right now, I don't know if we need our tribal chief over there at all.
Can we do it like an American extension or something?
Yeah,
Bingo.
First royalty.
Connor mentioned Sir Paul Heyman earlier, okay?
Yeah, wise man.
Yeah, the wise man. And I saw a tweet earlier this year that said that the only person that can induct or introduce Paul Heyman to the Hall of Fame is Paul Heyman. Do you agree with that? Because the way that he speaks with like, Pat's up there.
No.
Paul Heyman.
Paul Heyman is the speaker of all speakers. The introer of all introers.
Bingo.
The wise man.
So what do you ask?
Do you agree with that tweet that Paul Heyman is the only one that can introduce Paul Heyman into the Hall of Fame?
Well, that sounds like double pay to me. If we're going to make Paul work twice, you know what I'm saying? We got to think on the business side here. So I'll speak for the wise man. I'll say we'll take a double pay for the wise man if that's what y'all want to do. But I think whoever does it, just need to be authentic. They just need to tell their story of Paul. There's going to be a lot of facts and a lot of history that you can lay down with the wise man. I mean, all the way from, his beginnings with the giant phone to being the advocate to being my special counsel. I think whoever does it just needs to be themselves and just tell the truth, because Paul, he's an incredible man. He's an unbelievable man, and what he's done in this business, and then I also think what he's done in his personal life, I know well because I work with him and I'm good friends with him. I just have the utmost respect for him. I really do, and nobody deserves a Hall of Fame induction more than him.
That a baby, Paul.
Yeah.
Hope you hear it.
That boy, wise man.
For the wise man.
For the wise man. For the wise man.
Yes,
For the
Trevor.
wise man.
Yes, my
Put him
Trevor.
up. Put these things up.
He was breaking into promotions as a teenager, acting like he's a photographer and a reporter and lying about his age and sitting in writers' rooms with the American dream. Like, he has impacted the wrestling business throughout his entire being and has never even thought about going elsewhere and is always willing to help. Obviously, big part of the bloodline. Whenever I was having my run with Austin Theory, who I beat, that wrestling.
Pretty convincingly. That guy sucks at wrestling.
It's a fact.
Yeah. It's a fact. There was a night, though, where I was going to, maybe answer Austin Theory. He was going to ask me to apologize or something like that. And Wise Man heard me potentially in the corner thinking about how I was going to do it. And then he just, literally stops me and says, 3 lines. He's like, "You're sorry that his mom made a bitch, right? You're sorry that he is insufferable, right? You're sorry that he is the worst human being, right?" And I go, "I am sorry about all those things." And he goes, "Precisely." And then he just walked away. And then I go out there, take all his shit, and then the internet's like, "Pat's one of the best promos in the game."
Damn, that boy can talk.
That guy's good.
Right.
And
Damn,
it was
that boy's good.
It was and I told Paul, I was like, "I'm going on my show tomorrow, and I'm saying that you're the one that told me that because I don't want to get your pop." And he goes, No. At some point later, well, I want to let you know, today's the day, Paul. We all appreciate the hell out of you. Congrats going into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Congrats, wise man.
I mean, that, and like I said,
Heyman.
Hell yeah. And that's why, in my opinion, whoever does it, they just need to tell the truth, because this is a weird word to use or a weird phrase, but Paul's like a performance enhancer. He really is.
Yes.
Paul's a PED. You know what I'm saying? He just makes you feel more comfortable. He knows what it's like to be in the marquee. He's worked around it and in it his whole life, it seems like. So he just knows how to say those little things. It's like when a director, you're about to go into this huge monologue and you're trying to lock in, and he hits you with a couple things to put the skin on, to where you can feel the true emotions of that moment and be authentic. He does that every time, and it sounds like he did it with you.
Yeah, I've only
I'm
had
about to have a talk about, sharing that wisdom. You know what I'm saying? We got to be judicious with the wisdom, wise man,
With that being said, you had Sami Zayn as the first honorary use.
Yeah.
I was disgusted. I thought I had earned the title. This bloodline, how do you get in? Is there a way to get in?
Well, I tell you, you ain't going to get in by doing Jay's stuff, that's for sure.
Well, what?
To be fair.
You keep those arms still in his entrance.
It's hard. It's hard. I don't know if you hear.
I see
Just
he's got everybody going.
use.
Yeah, he's got them going, man. And hey, who saw it first in him? Who was the first one? Who's the one that took a chance on Jay?
Rikishi.
What?
Our tribal chief.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay.
I put the equity in him. I'm the one that took from my account and deposited into his account. That's what 2020 was all about, is building the bloodline, but also putting equity in my family, the people I love. Why? I can't.
Why do people not like you? What's that all about? Because
Well,
you're too good? Because you're too good?
I'm going to give you my simple truth, but people can be stupid. You know what I mean? Let them do what they want. It's fine. It's worked out great. We're not complaining at all. The checks are crazy and they keep coming in. You know what I'm saying? So we'll keep just doing what we do, and we don't care what they think because it's the truth. I put my family on my back. I put this company on my back. And why not, share the spotlight? Why not make everybody better? And these 4 years are testament to it.
Truth.
We're the greatest.
Truth.
We're the best.
That's right. You are, Robin. Carter's got one last question, and I think it's about those two are actually in WWE 2K24. Don't know how big of a gamer you are. I'm not great, but I will certainly be making sure that these two are potentially winning the Undisputed Universal titles, because that's what they want. They want to beat you in a video game. Those two right there.
Yeah, my tribal chief, just to be completely clear.
He has said this. I don't know what he's going to say to your face, but he said he can't wait to take his character in WWE 2K24 and run all over the bloodline. That's what that guy said there.
My tribal chief, first of all, it's virtual. It is not real life. If this was real life, I would never, ever challenge the tribal chief, my tribal chief, our tribal chief. Okay, let me just lay that out right there. But with that being said, when you do see people, fools like ourselves, perhaps, in the video game, giving it to you because no one else can give it to you in the WWE, obviously, like we've addressed, does that kind of rub you the wrong way? Does it piss you off? Because there is a chance, and again, only virtual, this is all out of respect, you will always be my tribal chief. There is a chance, however, that down the road, Ty and myself as a tag team possibly take on you and The Rock, and there's a chance that we make the difficulty as easy as it can be, and we beat you guys. Now,
beat the dog shit out of you guys.
Yeah, like mud stomps, the whole nine.
Table,
yards.
right? The
Table,
T2.
ladders. Yeah, we got the T2, toxic table slam, and a couple other things, but. When you see that, is that okay? Like, because I want to ask you before, am I allowed to take the championship from my tribal chief in a virtual setting?
Did you pay for the game?
Yes.
I did, yeah.
You do whatever you want.
Okay. Okay.
You buy that game, you do whatever you want on that game.
Okay. That's great news.
Thank you, tribal chief. Thank you, my tribal chief. Thank you.
Buy the game. Buy the game.
I do wonder if you had a chat with them and said, like, game, not game, these shoulders never.
Yeah, I don't.
Glitch in the game? Oh, Roman at 2. That's the glitch in the game.
As long as there's still that, like, 5 to 10% difference where you can tell, like, oh, it's not real. It's, oh, man, that's super close to being, like, perfectly realistic.
Yes.
But as long as there's like, oh, but no, it's not. So it's not. You know what I mean? As long as we can distinguish the difference.
Well, they're pitting
like
you,
for
so.
a couple years.
All right.
We are not going to be able to do this.
Okay, fair.
Our tribal chief, we would like to say thank you so much for taking time to come here. I will thank you. We got fingers to the sky.
Acknowledge this man.
Acknowledge our tribal chief.
We got fingers to the sky for good.
Thank you, Roman.
You hear that?
Thank you, Roman. Thank you, Roman.
True. They're thankful. Very true.
Yeah, true.
I will.
They're not the only ones that are thankful. Us WWE fans are thankful for what you've done for the business over the last 4 years.
Oh, yeah.
And what you've done with this, to the places you've taken the entire company to, it's good for all of us, myself included. I'm benefiting from it. So are the boys who are in 2K. You're the man. Thank you for coming. And good luck tonight. You're going face to face with Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, that's right. I'm going to probably do exactly what I did here and just direct it all towards him and slaughter him.
So what are we doing? We're staring at each other tonight? Do you work on a stare down too? Or is that just a natural, he's going to feel you whenever they're face to face tonight?
Is that that's where you're trying to beat me up?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's
Boom.
fake. Yeah, it's
Boom.
fake. Yeah, it's fake. But that's happening
It's
tonight.
very close. Like I said, in a couple of years, we won't be able to tell the difference, so we're going to have to watch that.
I won't do it then.
Yeah, we're going to head up there and we're going to get to work, man. It never stops.
You guys smack him in the mouth?
I'm not much of a slapper, to be honest. You know what I mean? If we're just going to go ahead and
Cock that thing.
close him up. Yeah. Not too much now. Easy.
Couple cocks. Cocking that thing.
This is a meme for sure.
This is Superman.
We're all over the internet.
Yeah, this is Superman.
Yep. He's still going,
He's
guys.
Superman.
Yeah.
He's Superman.
Super cock on the punch.
My people are telling me to leave this shot right now. Yeah. But we appreciate you.
We're getting jacked up.
Wise man said to leave.
Like a super soaker.
Maybe one of those tonight. Maybe a lot of those
The
tonight.
stamina on that man.
Yeah,
Jesus.
PED's got wise
There
man.
we go. Yeah, we're ready.
You're the best. Ladies and gentlemen, our tribal chief, the GOAT, Roman Reigns. Thank you, man.
Acknowledge him on the way out, please. Acknowledge him on the way out, please. Acknowledge him.
Hey, you're the man. You are the man. Look how handsome.
Legend.
His hair is unbelievable. Perfectly
Fantastic.
He said I didn't even do it today.
No, I just woke up like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, from one legend to another. Ladies and gentlemen, the head coach of the Iowa women's basketball team, fresh out of practice, Coach Lisa. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. I like this. I like this.
I thought you needed to look a little better today.
Okay.
So I brought you some gear.
All right, you got it. Hold up 1 second. I'm not in the greatest shape right now, not fighting shape, but. Immediately upon meeting you, I take my clothes off, but
I did my best to make this show attractive to everybody.
Hi-yo! I wish I was in better shape for you. That's all me. Blizzard got me a little fat this morning. Coach, thank you so much for making time to stop over here. These people have been fantastic all morning.
Hawk fans are the best.
Yes, the campus is radiating. Campus is radiating. That is legitimately how it feels upon arriving. I've heard a couple interviews where you said that you had to change the way you coach because of the way Caitlin Clark plays. We asked Caitlin Clark to come on the program. She said that she's too locked in. This is too important of a time. I am sorry I cannot make it. With the most respectful answer of all time. And I immediately thought, and Dallas did as well, of Peyton Manning, all these super high-end, mentally competitive savages. Is that what Caitlin is? Has she been that way the entire time? And what do you know, or what did you see in her maybe that the rest of the world is now just getting to kind of see in a big way?
Well, a lot of coaches saw her early, obviously, and she is such a competitor. She's a warrior out there. She has this ability to win that is just over the top of anybody else. I mean, it really is. She just wills her team to win, and it's so much fun to coach her.
Dallas talked earlier that watching the team, what he loves the most about this year's team, not that teams in the past had anything different, but this year's team, it's everybody knows that she's there's no jealousy seemingly of everybody else, which can happen in basketball. It's kind of happening with Wemby, almost with the Spurs and a couple other places, because everybody's good. Obviously, you're playing for the Iowa Hawkeyes women's basketball team. You're good. Dealing with a superstar, and I'm not saying dealing in a negative way, but how have you seen the team kind of rally around, and why do you think Caitlin has that respect of her teammates?
It's something we've worked really hard on, is that everybody matters on our team, no matter who you are, what your role is, and they buy into that, but they are not jealous of Caitlin because they know she works hard, harder than anybody. She's a goofy teammate. She shares the wealth. I mean, she gives Nike gear out like it's candy and Bose headphones and those type of things. So, I mean, she's a person that endears herself to you. She gives credits to her teammates as soon as she can, and you know, when her spotlight shines, it shines on all of us, and we're all happy about that.
Yeah, I heard a story from Wright Thompson, I believe, about her getting a yacht for her teammates to kind of just go disappear for a little bit. It's those types of stories are the camaraderie builders. Those are the type of stories of that's a program changer. You knew immediately upon her choosing to stay in Iowa that the program was going to change? Is that accurate?
You can never predict that exactly, right? You can't say, oh yeah, she's going to take us to the Final Four, but that was the goal, and she said she was going to do it, and she backed up her words.
So this year, last opportunity here with Caitlin Clark.
Yep.
Obviously, the Iowa women's basketball team has changed forever, and expectations are going to be what they're going to be forever for you and for the team because of what this team has accomplished. How do you treat this year versus maybe years past? Is there any difference, or what is your messaging to the team?
No, it's still that one game at a time. We're not overlooking anybody. We got Holy Cross tomorrow afternoon, and we're going to prep for that just like we do every single game the rest of the year. But now it's we got one game or we got 6 games. And so it's time to get serious. And our women are locked in, like you said, that Caitlin is. But our message is really not any different. But I feel like being there last year has helped me just be a little more prepared for what's about to happen.
What, bitches? Everything's big.
Everything's big. I mean, all the media, all the
This,
extra.
for instance, thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you for coming. But that type of stuff.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. And also that rest is so important this time of year. I learned that last year the hard way. I mean, it is really important to get them physically, mentally regrouped after a game and get them ready to go again. And not so much the scouting report, just worry about your own team a little bit more.
University of Iowa grad, big fan, obviously.
Yeah.
Ty has a question for you,
Yeah,
Coach.
absolutely.
How about that? You just clap.
Yeah, huge. Yeah, Coach, I feel like you have a lot of new fans really since Caitlin has started playing here, but I graduated about 10 years ago, and you guys were a great team then, perennial tournament team. Could you have ever forecasted that this kind of media circus would happen? And also, I know that it's down the road, and it's hard to think about that at a time, but like, how much of an impact has Caitlin had on recruiting and like where this team is going to go in the future?
Yeah, I think she's had a huge impact, not only for fan support. I mean, we sold out very quickly.
Everywhere.
Every
Yeah.
single game
Yeah.
and everywhere we go. But also with recruiting. I mean, just with the added TV exposure, you're on the television and recruits can see you, and that's a good thing. And they like what I was all about. They like the fan support. They like the community.
Fun brand of basketball.
It is a really fun brand of basketball. We lead the country in scoring, assists, and field goal percentage. So that's a fun style.
Yeah, let's fill up the bucket.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's fill up the bucket. Boston Connor has a question for you. He is hated by these fans.
Yeah, I don't know what I did, Coach. I said I loved Iowa, and they do this. See, look, I just said I loved Iowa again. Whatever. What are you going to do? They suck anyways. Just not you though. But when thinking about these next couple weeks, and even just on Saturday, has the emotion set in of like the Caitlin Clark era, and what it will be like when she isn't here? And have you been able to take in, even at practice, maybe how special it has been to coach a player like her that'll probably never come again?
I haven't taken any practices for granted. I know how fortunate I've been as a coach to have the greatest player in America, men or women, in my opinion, basketball-wise, out on that court every day. So. But I haven't gotten emotional about the end of the year. I haven't gotten emotional about, tomorrow we play, and if we win that game, then that'll be our last game in Carver after that. I haven't really thought that far. Kind of keep the blinders on and go one game at a time, one day at a time.
That feels smart. Whenever you have to do those moments, though, like you said, she's the best hooper in college basketball. Pistol Pete now in second place. Yeah. Obviously the women's records, and they have that big video that runs. And it's a lot of her ex-teammates and current teammates. You were in there, other coaching, other staff in there. And, I got like emotional. Like I was at home watching it and listening to people like talk to her, and also her like taking it in and accepting it as well, because that's probably a very uncomfortable moment for her. I would assume, from everything that I've learned about her, having the entire arena stop and a tribute video play for her, probably not the most like desirable thing for a Caitlin Clark who just wants to get to the next game. I think whenever she broke the record at halftime, she said, we got to play better defense or something in the second half, like always locked in. When those moments are taking place, does the whole team, do you have to address them afterwards? You have to say, like, obviously we're in the middle of a historic run tonight, we're potentially going to knock Pistol Pete Maravich. Like, when those moments are coming, do you address the team about them beforehand? And then as they happen, do you use them as motivation or speeches to the team?
I don't have to address them because you guys do. I mean, everybody knows about the records that are about to happen, right? So it's, that's not an issue. And really, we talk about, it's an honor. Like, she's in our locker room, and look what she's just done, and look at the recognition she's brought to our program. So again, it's not like we have to talk about it because everybody's talking about it.
How about her for those record breakers? Like, not even like a glitch. Or thought. Like Steph Curry, I talked about this at the beginning of the show. Steph Curry, when he was catching up to the all-time threes record in the NBA, he went through a little bit of a drought because he was thinking about the threes record. Then when he finally got it, he came out and admitted and was like, yeah, I was thinking about it. Her.
That's the one that broke Kelsey Plum's NCAA record.
Yeah, exactly.
And she did it in style, and that we have that mark on that logo from where she made that basket in Carver now. It's pretty cool to have that.
But
I
not
see
even
men's
a
teams
thought.
coming in there and trying to shoot from there.
Absolutely.
Shoot around. around, and they're not very good at it. This is when she breaks Pistol Pete's record. We didn't even know at that time. We honestly did not know at that time that she was breaking Pistol Pete's. It was 18 points she needed. We were caught up in this game. It's a game against Ohio State. We'd forgotten about it. As you can tell.
No way.
Awesome.
Honestly, we were locked in. We wanted to beat Ohio State.
Yeah.
Come on.
I love that. I love that.
Sweet.
Because we were all.
Here we go.
Everybody's.
Here we go. Standing on business.
Standing on business. You're damn right. Like, because everybody on the internet, as soon as we saw the situation, and I was watching because I've become a big fan of watching your team play basketball.
Thank you.
I very much appreciate how you guys play basketball. I mean, it's. I have ADD, so like I need, but the whole world saw that she was about to break the record. So everybody's trying to figure out where the hell this is to get to Peacock, and she has the whole world watching her seemingly. Everybody in the arena, and it's just her on the foul line all by herself. The thought that she had no idea she was breaking it changes this whole thing, I guess.
Yeah.
Now,
because she splashes that home.
She might have known because she's got a memory like no other. I didn't know, but she might have known. And I think it's pretty cool she ended on a free throw.
Yeah. Splash.
Free throw, right?
Yeah.
The
Yes.
fundamentals. Instead of that logo 3, it was a free throw. That probably ticked her off.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead, Tom.
Coach, you talked about learning from last year and rest being a big thing from last year. Is it so when you go from the regular season, Big Ten tournament, and then you have this time off, and then you have a time off between, from the 64 to 32, like, is each weekend a new season? How do you approach that and the rest and is there a different message going into each weekend, basically, when you're in the tournament?
Yeah, we break it down into weekends. So we say this is a 2-game tournament. Yeah. That's all we're worrying about is this 2 games. And then we'll worry about the next 2 the next week. I mean, who knows who you're even going to be playing next.
West Virginia.
So, well, maybe. I mean, you don't know, right? For
Fairfield.
sure. But we'll see.
Coach, you're playing West Virginia.
I don't know. Princeton's a pretty good team.
Well, listen. We don't need to put that in the universe. That's not what this conversation is about. That is not what this conversation is about. How's the team? I know you just got done with practice.
We just got done with practice. They're ready to go. It's been 2 weeks since we played. It is a long
Scared
time.
about rust? Scared about rust?
A little bit. I'm glad we're at 1 versus 16. Not that I'm taking Holy Cross for granted, but they were great last night.
We agree. They're in the tournament. We get it.
38% three-point shooting last night. They did a great job.
We get it. But there is a little bit of a worry of not playing games.
There is. But at least we're at home. That helps.
Yeah, the place is going to be wild.
Oh, it's going to be great. 15,000.
Average ticket price?
What is it now?
$6.59. Highest ever.
You gotta love it.
Yes, you do.
You gotta love it.
Yes, you do. And also, you just said something there about the spot on the court where she broke the record.
Yeah.
We're definitely having people pay like $100 come do that shot for NIL.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
Genius.
Gave me a great idea. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I got you, Coach. Ladies and gentlemen, head coach of the women's basketball team here at the beautiful University of Iowa, Lisa Bluder. Coach, thank you.
Lisa.
Good luck out there, okay? I'm watching. Let's go win.
Athlete. Yep. Athlete.
What was that all about? Coach, just 40-inch vert?
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
Herky, where the hell were you? Unbelievable. Now to wrap this thing up.
Hell yeah.
Is maybe one of my favorite humans to ever exist.
Yep.
Iowa Hawkeye. He's taking a picture right now with Coach Lisa. His locker was right next to mine. There was a year in the NFL where this man had a broken foot. Like his foot was just broken.
Sure.
Led the NFL in tackles.
Good Lord.
I asked him why, and he said, I'm from Iowa.
Hell
this dude
yeah.
loves Iowa. An absolute dog. Ladies and gentlemen, Pat Anger. You're doing great. You're doing great. You're doing great. You're doing great. Don't talk to me that way. You're doing great. You're doing great.
Don't come all over. God, you guys are the best.
Pat, you're not a man that needs to be on a live microphone for much time.
Yeah, that's probably smart.
But there was no way that we were going to come to this state without seeing you and saying hello. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for representing and loving Iowa in my life. And also, let's go win a natty, huh, this basketball team? What do we think? What are your thoughts?
Easy natty.
Easy, Daddy.
And were you a women's college basketball fan before Caitlin Clark?
So my wife babysat for Jan Jensen's son and daughter. So we've.
You need to talk to them, Mike. They're saying they can't hear you.
My wife babysat for Jan Jensen's daughter and son, and we love them. We love the basketball program. The women are amazing, and honestly, you want to talk about like leaders. The fact that they've been able to navigate through this complete madness is textbook leadership. It needs to be in a textbook. I can't read, but
Someone should.
You're talking about having a superstar of her magnitude going into a season with expectations as high as they are, and somehow being able to get not off course.
Yeah, they haven't been able to do that. They haven't had that issue since I played it, 2009.
What happened?
We won a natty. Well, give or take a couple losses. If we were undefeated, we lost twice, but we were the best team in the country.
Well said.
What just happened? You just gave yourself a national
championship? Yeah, baby. 2009 national champ. Congrats. I was there, baby. Let's go.
That's right. They did it.
We did it.
UCF did it, so why not?
I don't think.
Man.
All right, so the West Virginia team too.
Yeah, they got one this year too.
No, my junior year. Congrats to us. We won a national championship.
Congrats, baby.
I didn't know we were just doing that.
Was that 09? Was that the same year?
2008, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, you can have 8 to 08. Yeah, we'll take 09. You take 08.
Okay, that's sweet.
I love it.
Now, what jersey are you wearing here?
Brett Greenwood. Everybody know Brett Greenwood?
I think Ty told me about Brett. Could you remind me, Ty, the Brett Greenwood?
Hawkeye legend, absolute legend. And I can't remember when exactly he got hurt, but very scary injury on the field that left him paralyzed, didn't it?
Yeah, so in 2011, he was just getting back from training and from the Steelers, and he actually ended up collapsing Pleasant Valley and was dead for probably 10 to 15 minutes, was in a coma for almost 30 days, and he's a warrior. He came back. I was with him yesterday. You know, with the injury, you're have a hard time remembering stuff, but he remembers all the guys my wife used to date in middle school, so it's...
He went to a rival school of yours, I do believe?
Yeah, he did, yeah.
And you became very tight at Iowa.
Yeah, and he was always super squared away, and now we can't get him to shut the hell up, so it's a tough...
I know you try to make everything not serious, but you've been a massive piece of this entire thing for your teammate, and I would like to echo the sentiment that everybody that's ever played alongside of you...
Oh, man.
You're a legend, buddy.
No,
yeah, you are.
Love you guys.
Hell yeah.
You are.
Love you.
And the fact, that you have so much pride in this particular state, and the fact that it is being spotlighted and showcased to everybody in this exact moment because of what Caitlin Clark is accomplishing, it's a really cool thing that you stopped by, brother.
Love you, man. Thanks for having me. Thanks for getting me off of work. Appreciate that.
Hey, what is your work?
IH Mississippi Valley Credit Union.
Missed
The
it.
largest credit union in the Quad Cities.
What?
What is that? What is the credit union there?
IH Mississippi Valley Credit Union.
What do we do?
We're a credit union, man.
Slinging
We're not
credit.
for profit.
What?
Yes.
Sure.
So you work for a company that makes no money?
No, well, we're not for profit. We're a credit union, greatest credit union in the Quad Cities.
Not for
Stick to it. Stick to it.
Yes,
Yeah.
Well, we'll take it.
Those are the talking points.
09 national champs, baby.
And to celebrate that, we have some pizza from Casey's.
Oh, hell yeah.
I believe it is here.
Hell yeah.
I believe it is. Yep, here it is. It's getting brought in right now. This is awesome.
Right,
phenomenal.
ice cold.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
See, the bottom one's open. Barcode got in here. God damn it.
Oh, thank you so much.
Let me get a slice, brother. Yeah, we'll pass out a couple. Let me get a slice, brother. Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, we will, brother.
Hold on, my brother.
The birthplace of Dan Gable, Ty Schmidt, Casey's Breakfast Pizza.
Hell yeah.
Iowa, baby. Is this heaven?
Caitlin Clark, Iowa, home of breakfast pizza, the best white in college football, Cooper DeJean, number 22, and toxic table scumbag Ty Schmidt. I don't think I could have said it any better. Thank you for allowing us in your homes or your phones on this particular Feel Good Friday. Big shout out to all the people that hung out with us and came out in the middle of a blizzard.
Yeah.
Thanks to Pat, Coach Lisa Bluder.
Yeah, breakfast pizza in your mouth.
Bluder.
Yeah. No, you
Right. What's your guys' deal?
No, I believe me, to be completely honest, if you didn't stop, you were.
Well, Ty side-eyed me. Did you see how awesome that lady was?
Incredible.
How about Coach Lisa one time?
Love you, Coach. I mean, I'm taking them to win it all now. Taking them to win it all. Go get him, Coach Lisa. Love you, Coach.
Shout to Jack Gohlke.
Yeah, of course.
Shout to Dallas Clark.
Legend. Casey from the band.
I mean,
yeah, the Corey and Sean, the Iowa Hawkeyes marching band.
Yeah, Christian, the drum major.
That's who I
Christian.
meant. That's what I.
Big thanks to Pat Anger for stopping by.
Boy, Pat. Attaboy, Pat.
Big thanks to our tribal chief, Roman Reigns.
Thank you, my tribal chief.
For flying in. And good luck to the Iowa Hawkeyes women's basketball team as they embark on a journey to a potential national championship starting tomorrow at 3 o'clock, where they are 36.5-point favorites against Holy Cross.
Yep.
But everybody knows the next game's the toughest because West Virginia is waiting on deck to potentially ruin everything!
Not a chance.
With that being said, I can't wait to watch this Iowa team. I'm so thankful for the hospitality. We'll be back on Monday. We'll see you Monday. Have a great weekend. We hope you win every single bet. From myself, one half of the hammer, Dahn. Cowboys Tone Diggs. For all the boys in the back, Atta Baby Bruce, Zeke, Gumpy, Phil, Mike Foss, the ESPN people, and Ty Schmidt.
Thank you.
Thank you for allowing us in your life on this Friday. Let's win every bet. We'll see you on a very overreactionary Monday. You're the greatest. Have the best weekend of all time. Cheers. Goodbye.